Yo, 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 welcome to the Team RaddTitan, and this is the weekly collectors chat. If you don't know already, I'm George, or Geo, as Alex for some reason calls me. Over there looking like
Never called you that before the
David
channel. The
Baddiel
channel,
needs a bit of a shave. It's Alex is over there. We are going to be going over the weekly news, talking about what we've got in. We're going to be fielding some questions, and we're going to be tackling. We've decided to sort of like on our weekly shows to tackle a couple of like subjects. And today's subject, we're going to be talking about variants. As you know, with us, no company is safe, but we're going to be talking about the resizing situation that's going on, color variants, different scales, re-releases in different scales, all kinds of business that we've got to go over today from like so many companies now. We're going to be fielding a few questions on that too, getting your opinion on it, but we'll be talking about all of that kind of business. We'll be going through some examples that are happening. We're seeing a huge increase in it, and longer delays in announcing the variations as well as coming on now. It's becoming very, very, very shocking. And I think slightly out of hand, but we'll cover it during the subject matter today. Alex will be telling you what he's got in. I'll be telling you what I've got in. We'll also be going through the news, so anything that's going on, any other sort of subjects we need to cover. We will be latest updates, obviously, from sort of Iron Studios Prime 1, any fan art stuff we can cover, we'll be going through that as well. So it's going to be a bit of a busy one. Anyway, man, how are you?
Yeah, been good. Busy week. Just kind of like decided eBay decided that what they were going to do is make everything free to sell apart from cars. So I thought, you know what?
Is that indefinitely?
Allegedly, yes. But apparently, there's always going to be a caveat that they can always reverse that, But yeah, wow, it's definitely something which is exciting because they've got a lot of competition, obviously, with like Vinted, all of those things. There's like hundreds of them here. There's hundreds of them all over the world. What we got? We got like Vinted. We got the Spock, or is it Spock?
Yeah, it is. It's right. Yeah.
So there's all of these things where they're just going, or Facebook Marketplace even is just like a massive example. Everything's free to list, and they must be losing money. So they've got that kind of route of, well, what we'll do then is we'll make it free apart from businesses and cars. So cars and businesses have to pay, and that didn't work. And we will make it so that these people have to pay for it, and the way that they are like getting away with that and whatever else is the fact that they are holding your money. So it's like PayPal now, where you basically have to say, oh, I want to withdraw my money. So you withdraw your money, and then that way you basically, otherwise it's just sitting there. So if you kind of put that into perspective, I don't know how many numbers they've got, but if they've got like 100 million people on eBay, they must have much more. If everyone's got $1, that's $100 million they've got sitting there. So the amount of interest they get on that, they're not losing money. So it can't be. So with that, I listed about 80 items.
80.
Yeah, like 80. And so I just basically went on there. I went into my.
Somebody's realised their loft space is too small.
Yeah, no,
item.
No, not at all. No, it was literally like doubles, and it was literally doubles and things which are damaged. And then I went through a few of them where I just thought to myself, you know what, I need to make more of a like a path with the bow and stuff, for example. And I just put some up there. So
how many are Bowens of your 80?
I don't like maybe 50.
Okay.
No, it can't be that much. No, I would have
You've
to
got
look
enough
at it.
of them, it could be.
Yeah, I would definitely have to look at it because I got like
Around
lot of them,
50%,
and
maybe 50%, like maybe 40 of
at
them.
least half of them are bones. But as I say, like a lot
And
of
the
it
rest of
is
it
to
is
do
proper
with.
statues.
No. There
All
was only 2 statues. No, 3
oh,
statues. So like the Wolverine premium format original, which I already have.
mhm.
The So I had a spare of that, and then of this the Iron Spider, which is again
Probably
one I already have.
yeah.
Because I bought someone's collection. The Wolverine, I actually did buy 2 of them because I was looking to get a custom head off of what's his name, Lewis. He had like an
Oh yeah.
original, the old style, the old style head with the little
Mhm.
fins. He had one of
Yeah.
those, and I was trying to get it off him, and I was going to have one of those, and it never come to fruition in the end. So yeah, basically that changed, and then we ended up just thinking, "Fuck it, sold it." So the funny thing though is, literally, I mean, got nothing for it, like nothing for it, like literally at
Really.
£280. Yeah. It's same with Thingy, same with Iron Spider. It's the same drill really. I've listed him as £300, and people are trying to offer me like 220 or 225. To try to get like a low price on it, and I'm just like, you can fuck off. Not saying I can wait. I'll sit on it for that. Even for that price, I would. There's a guy who was actually selling the exclusive without a box. For that
Mm.
price, I'd send him my fucking box and get the exclusive off him because he was selling that cheap. That's my kind of idea.
Yeah,
But
gotcha.
the other one was that like caricature Wolverine.
Yeah.
Um, Again, if he
I hate
don't
that.
sell, well, if he
I,
doesn't sell, I'll keep it. The other one as well. So that's all the statues, and then like loads of like mini mate things.
okay. So
Couple of
lots
like
of bits and pieces. Then.
general giant busts.
Okay.
Um, yeah, loads of bits and pieces. Surprisingly,
Huh.
the mini mate things, they sold up really quick.
Yeah.
Uh, so there's a lot of stuff, and I've got like some CGCs as well. I did actually go through all my CGCs, thinking like I'm going to have a lot of these. I'm going to want to kind of clear out,
Yeah.
and literally I got the two boxes I got over there. I went through all of those, and the CGC boxes hold 25 comics if they're
Yeah.
normal size. So I went through them. All of those 25 was literally one. I was like, I'll sell that. And then I was a bit like, I can't bother to list that one. So I put it back in the box. I went upstairs, and I've got another maybe 60 upstairs, 70 upstairs, and literally only pulled out about 4 or 5. So yeah, I listed those. One of them I was actually going to contact you, but it's got an old case. That's the only thing I was
What is it?
kind
Which one?
of. It's that one with the redundant, retarded Thanos, where he's doing like the Hagger move, where he's kind of like that, and he's got like 2 or 3 Thanoses on the cover, and it's Mephisto.
Okay.
It's
Oh yeah, I love that.
Signed by Stalin and a couple of other people.
Yeah, hit me up.
I
What
was
you
just
want
going,
for that? Let me know.
yeah, I did actually find the funny thing of it is I found one exactly the same on listed, which it was signed on the same day, and it even has the same serial number, so it would have been
Oh really?
submitted the same, not the same serial. The last 2 digits are different,
Yeah, yeah, of
so it would
course.
have been submitted. All the signatures done at the same time and submitted at the same time, and I think they listed like $200 or something like that. So I listed like I think I listed £150, but yeah, we could do something. We could do something
Right,
if
good.
you're interested.
Yeah, I'll take it. If it's Starling
Talk
and
to
it's
me.
Thanos
Talk
and
to
it's
me.
signed,
Talk
I
to me.
love it. I love it. Talk to me. Yeah,
Yeah, I
talk to
mean
me.
the other one as well. What was the other one? Clay and Crane. Um, the one you really don't like.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah,
The
that
really
that one you
skinny
really.
Thanos Infinity Gauntlet rip-off cover.
Yeah, he's really
Yeah,
gaunt
I
looking,
hate that
isn't
cover.
he?
I hate that fucking cover as well.
Yeah, so I mean, that's my thing is as well is I was looking up a lot of covers, and
Mm.
it's actually really funny how I've got an old cover with Clay and Crane which I quite like, um, where it's like Spider-Man looks like he's jumping on a table kicking. He's about to kick. It's the same pose actually as the what's it called? Oh, fuck's sake. The Sideshow premium format of the crane. It's pretty much the same pose as that from behind,
Yeah.
and then it's got
Yeah,
Carnage in front of him.
I know.
I like that one. I like that one. And then there's a Venom
That's a
versus
nice one.
Carnage
It's
cover.
more of a realistic cover.
Yeah, there's a Venom versus Carnage one, which is one of his earlier works.
You're saying it's Crane. I don't think it's Crane, is it?
It is, yeah. I think it
is.
is.
Is it not? Is it not Thingy? Is it really Crane or somebody else? Okay, you might be right. Thought it was.
Are you thinking of the other one with where it looks like he's got 3 legs? I think you're thinking of.
No, there's one where I remember.
There's one where he's doing a backflip.
It's the
He's doing like
Spider-Man
a
versus the
backflip,
Carnage.
and then he's got an extra leg.
It's like the back. It's one of them was fighting Carnage. I always thought it was like somebody else did that cover, but you might be right. I mean, he does some like realism shit anyway. Crane does some good shit.
You might be right as well. You're making me double.
Yeah, I remember it, but I'm just trying to remember who the fuck it was. I want to say it's a very famous. Like you get them. So I can't. I've been so out of CTC for ages.
Remember,
it's the other geezer. It's the guy. The cover I think it is. Who it's by is the guy. I want to say Olivetti, but it's not him. It's like that though.
No.
And getting signed stuff from him is actually quite expensive.
Spectacular Spider-Man number 3.
It's not Crane.
Oh, actually, it is Spectacular. Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 3. It's loading up really slowly.
Come on, it's not. It's a foreign name.
Let me open that one. You might be right, man. You might be right. Oh shit! Okay.
It's thingy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not, is it? It's fucking Delotto, isn't it?
Delotto. I knew it. Yeah, it's Delotto.
Oh yeah. Oh, well done. Okay. For some reason, I thought that was Crane, but anyway.
It's like his style, though, isn't it? I've got a few signed Delotto pieces where they're coming out of the shadows, and it's the same type of style, but it's just like it's a brighter comic. It's nice. It's a really nice cover.
Yeah, my point I was going to get to there was like, yeah, like those ones are nice anyway. Yeah, so Delotto. I love Delotto anyway. I've got the Spider-Man 800. I love that one, and he does look a bit more like he's juicing up there, but it's a nice one. But with the Clay and Crane ones, when I was going online trying to look up prices, he's made like a whole career just copying everyone's work, and I just don't like that.
It's amazing. You're right.
And like
also,
homage
over
covers,
people's work.
Homage.
Yeah, but also going over people's work with his drawings. 50% of it is copying other covers and slight adjustments. And the other 50% of his fame is based upon him basically scribbling over the covers of other artists and changing the characters.
Yeah.
So it's like, where he changes like Spider-Man into Spawn.
The famous Todd McFarlane. Like the famous Todd McFarlane one where it was Spider-Man number 1. And then that had like the gold, the black, whatever covers. And then you have the actual one, which is number 13, which I like with the symbiote. He did like a whole load of those, like negative this and whatever and that. He done that one with the Infinity Gauntlet. He done another Todd McFarlane was like,
you could spend 4 hours of this chat listening.
Like, yeah, he's really not. He's not accepted very well in the comic community anymore because he paired up with a guy to do covers, and they did another thing where basically they had a comic, and then they did like an acetone see-through cover on it, and he sketched on that, and then they sold them for like crazy money considering it was like a reprint of a comic or whatever it was. They went for good money. There was a big thing about Jim about that actually as well. Where anyway, but then he ended up pairing up with this couple, and then went away and fucked that guy's wife, then messed him over. But there's a thing about Jem Min when Jem Min was queuing up for it, and because obviously he has like passes to get in early or whatever. He let someone in the queue in front of him, and that guy was a known scalper, and basically went in there and just go, yeah, I'll take 50 of them, and fucked everyone over in the queue. And basically, then the next day, like flipping them for double money. But like Jem let him in the queue, so then like Jem got all the stick for it, didn't he?
I think it's probably a
Alright.
good time to talk about this week's sponsor. We have a new sponsor this week. So this is FigShelf. Alex is going to run through some details with you. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to show a video and some other bits and pieces. But this is quite Alex has told me a few times about these kind of ideas. So this is quite a unique sort of take. It's quite interesting as well. So well, you can carry on. Me.
Well, I was going to go through and say hello to everyone first because there's a couple of people there. But and then what we'll do is I'll say hello to the people first, and then we'll go to the sponsor. I'll play the video. I don't think there's sound, so we can talk while it's on anyway. It's just easier than like me rambling and fucking it up. So what we'll do is let me just move that screen up there, and what we'll do on that full screen. I've got these like 2 touch screens, and they're really annoying. When I touch those, it affects my normal screen. So I touch the middle of this screen here, and it affects that screen. So we've got Leon in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. We've got Beat up 3 in the house. How's it going? Cola Man, yo. How you doing?
Yo.
Jojo Valdez, what's up? What's good all? How you doing, Mike?
Hey, Mikey boy.
Hilton. Good to see you in the house. Punisher XS, how's it going? Mitchell Lawrence, yo. Darren Crowford in the house. Oi, even, yeah. Oi, Savaloy. I hope you're both well. Just got in from an Indian meal. Thought might be running late. No, you made it in time this time, buddy. Then we got Ryan VegTech. Please don't be kicking tweeters too hard on reissues variants and sold out stock appearing 2 years later on Big Bad Toy Story tonight. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the other things as well I wanted to mention about the APs on Big Bad Toy Store, man. You made me feel. I actually forgot about that, but that was quite a big.
They've had a difficult 24 hours. I will vote. That's fucking banging.
Oh, because of Trump. Yeah. Let's not talk about Trump.
That's a fucking brilliant. That's a brilliant fucking thing.
Tweeterheads. Oh yeah, that's something as well. Happy JCG Art. How you doing? Good to see you in the house. Mono Colossal. It's a new name there. Were you able to get one of the Silent Hill 2 Pyramid Heads versus? It hasn't been released yet, mate. It's not in hand yet, but hopefully that will come our way. Just got a figure on a piece in actually, which we'll talk about. So that's that. What we'll do then is talk about FigShelf. So FigShelf, I'm not going to mess it all up. So what I'm going to do is just play the video first. If it hasn't got sound, then we'll come back in. We'll talk over the top of it. But let's do this. Let's get this on. So, all right. Can you hear us or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. So basically, this is the layout of FigShelf. At the moment, it's in early stages in the kind of Kickstarter phase. They're just trying to get the interest. But what it's going to be a place for everything kind of collectible for your statues. So it's going to be where you put your statues, which is something that people are worried about. It's going to just be a documented thing like that. But it's also going to be somewhere you can have like a wiki. So you can have like tips on how to clean the statues, information about the statues. It's also going to have like marketplace, so you can find out. You can list your shelves, which Geo and I actually have our shelves set up. Actually, I should get those up as well. And what you can do is there's like a switch on there, so you'll say, "This is my Grail piece. These are my top 9 pieces. These are then my, I think, 16 pieces that you put onto your shelf." And what you then do is you can like shuffle them around, move them all over the place, and you customize that to look the way you want. Let me open up my one here. Bring it down there. They didn't get mine totally right, but I left it anyway because I wanted a bit more variety on that. George's was just literally all of his pictures, so I left his. So share screens. Window, no, entire screen, that one. There we go. Can you see it though?
No, nothing yet.
Can you see my screen?
No, I can. Something's coming.
There you go.
I got it. Yeah.
A little bit slow. So basically, there's like my dating profile site on there, and basically you got top right, you got your Grail. That could be a piece that you have
But basically, dick
or you don't
pics for
have.
statue
So, for
collectors, isn't it?
example, it's showing off your collection in it a little bit. But
Yeah,
what you can do here is, for example, if this was a Grail piece as in a Grail I'm looking for, I would do the Alien Cinema Cat, and then literally I'd switch over to Wished. And then what can happen then is people can come in and they can go, "Oh,
I've got that.
Alex is looking for that alien piece. I know someone's selling that." They can like link up and do all that.
Oh, nice.
Underneath that, you've got your top nine. And then on to the left side is your shelf. There's going to be a lot of I feel like crossovers with if you are a more seasoned collector, you're going to probably have your Grail piece. You're probably going to have most of your top nine pieces, and then on your
Yeah,
shelf is going to be your latest pieces. You can kind of move them around as you saw in the
cool,
video.
cool.
So this is like a layout mine with a couple of custom pieces, a couple of sideshow pieces, Bowens, a few bits in there. George's is just literally full of his photos because there you go. Look at that.
I take good photos. Look at mine.
Well,
I don't like stock photos,
so
man.
you got like those in
That's the
there. So
real
basically,
statues right there. Look at that.
yeah. So what it is
Sexy, that is.
so at the moment they're just like in the early kind of Kickstarter phase. They're looking for feedback from the community. They want people to join on the wait list to see what kind of interest there is in this. It's not just for cataloging your collection; it's a platform where you can basically go talk about your collection, show your
Yeah.
collection, buy things, and all, a place for everything to do. Um, the
You
main
like probably
feed will
make
be for
trades
the
and shit
all
like
the
that
figures
and
that
find
your
things you're looking
content.
for, innit?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing is once the network is up and running, then you'll be able to find those pieces, track them down, sell pieces you want to sell as well, and you've got that facility to do that there. Also, custom posts to get attention to the posts as well. They're going to release like coupons for discounts, so they'll partner with um, some of the big statue brands, and then they'll have like monthly coupons that you can then use on those sites. There'll be a wiki, so there'll be self care, how to look after your statues, how to clean them, not to display them here, not to do that, that kind of thing. Don't smoke vape around them is one of the big things that would have to be written there. Bought collection with someone smoking vape, but that's a whole other story. News feed, all news releases, database constantly maintained with the community support, community market, so the buying, trading, selling, seller rankings, reviews like on other sites as well. Official polls as well to get collectors' voice heard, and all the manufacturers and distributors and get interact with companies as well, so that they can get like polls from companies as well, so feedback to them. The main
Oh,
profile, so dynamic shelf, customizable, what your grails. I've gone through that part, and yeah, massive amounts of future development as well. So this is something again. We do have a link that you can go and just register at the moment. So if you are interested, uh, link up there. We'll leave that on there. If you're interested, use our link. Go on the wait list. They will have there won't be like a paid, won't be paid to join, but there will be like a premium membership where you'll get like more gifts, more emojis and things like that, and more like customization. But everyone will be able to do what they need to do on there. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, huge
I'd
thank
like
you
to
for
see
them as well
somebody actually
for
build this
sponsoring
because this
the
this
chat.
has been discussed a few times by a few different people who've tried to come up with an idea like this. This is the most complete I've seen. So, congratulations to them, and we hope they
It's
get
the
some
only,
success from it. Anywhere that I can pimp my fucking
yeah,
collection is always good for me. So, thanks for sponsoring the chat, guys, and we wish you all the best. Maybe we'll have one of you on as a guest at some point and go through it. That'd be a good laugh.
oh yeah. No, we were discussing with them, and once the ball's running more, we'll get them on and discussing more in more detail from there. Probably more articulate than I did it, more eloquent as well. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, you did all
that's that. Omar, boom,
right.
Omar in the
God bless
house.
you,
How you
man.
doing, my man?
Thanks for supporting us, bro. Every week you come in
See
and
ya.
support us, man. Love you, bro.
Yeah,
True
I love
OG, man.
Omar.
True OG.
Luch in the house. How you doing?
Evening, brother. The Mind Bender.
I remember that website, Rate My Poo. It reminds me of that. Scotimus Maximus. That's a nice one.
That's a good name.
Finally made it to a live.
Welcome, brother.
We're complaining about the recolor of statues. Have they already been released up for pre-order? Did I miss that? No, we just going on here.
Come in, mate. Don't
Dude,
worry.
Nice guy's here. He's on his honeymoon. Nice guy's on his honeymoon, and he's on here.
Fucking send that guy a t-shirt.
Yeah.
RaddTitan Dick Rider t-shirt.
Yeah.
My
what
man,
we're saying
honeymoon.
as well, as George was saying, I mean, I've heard. But yeah, he got married on my birthday.
Amazing.
On my birthday.
Where's he honeymooning then?
Japan at the moment.
Oh, nice.
He went to the Pro Mod store on his honeymoon.
He's got his fucking priorities straight. He's a hero. Look at that. It's a fucking hero.
Yeah.
Mrs. like, where are we going, babe? Hawaii.
So what we'll do is
let's Prime One's fucking store, bitch.
Yeah. So what we'll do then is let's get straight into this. So might as well have that open there. So what should we leave the FigShelf thing there?
Yeah,
which one should we leave? Should we leave the link? Yeah, leave that. So if you guys want to go, as I say, sign up, check it out. Again, it'll be good for the support as well.
I think you leave the link up and take the other thing down.
Oh yeah,
that's how I'll do it.
I can't take that down now.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
I know you can't take it down. That's why
you're not the one doing it. I can take it down, but it'll just look a bit bland.
Cool. Leave it now. Let's go. Come on, let's get into this business now.
All right, I can do that. I can put that in there, and then if I do that, it would be like
every time I see this piece, just leave it. You leave it, you fucking belly. Every time I see this piece, it reminds me of Gary.
Yeah. Well, like that. It's going to be that then.
Nah, it doesn't look good. I don't like that at all. Put the other one back. There you go. Just leave it.
All right. Yeah. So basically, right. I've got to take off my jumper for this because it's going to get a bit excited.
Taking off his jumper. That's the only thing that was giving him a bit of size. Fucking pretzel.
So we need you to be quiet so I can actually get this covered because I did write my notes, which I did write on Sunday. My notes aren't very clear now, so I've got to go through them. But basically, so what this is like, we're going to talk about like variants, how companies from the statue side are dealing with reissuing colors, like different colorways, different scales, and variants of actual pieces. And I just want to go straight off the bat and say, look, this is nothing new. This is something that's been going on since before Geo and I were collecting. Sideshow have been doing this for a long time, since right at the beginning. They did this with the Universal Monsters. So they released the color versions and then they released the black and white versions. I don't know the time scale between the two of those, but I know that they were kind of released at separate times. I don't know if they announced them prior, so we're not going to go too much on about that. But also then, you have companies which, like PCS, which they used to do this all the time with their Street Fighter pieces. But say what you want about Jerry Macaluso, I mean, he was an absolute piece of shit, but that was the only thing he kind of did right. He released all of these day one, all the color variants were there, and basically, you knew what was coming, and you had that option to buy them day one. Sideshow do it like, for example, with the color variants. They'll do this with like Black Widow, where they released the White Widow, like a limited run. They did it with Psylocke, and then they also do this thing with their they're basically like their Hulks, where they'll release those. So then, PCS. New PCS still maintain that as well. They announced them. They got like the Hulks. They kind of Sideshow do that with the Hulks, where they announced them. I don't know if they all went up at the same time for pre-order, but they did announce them, and they did it recently with the new ones.
It went red, green, then grey. They didn't do that. It went red, then it went green, then it went grey. They did not release them all at once.
Okay, but they did that sort of with the new ones as well. Is they released a couple of them, then they released one,
Yeah,
and then they released the other one later on. But they
that's right.
told you beforehand that they were doing that.
Yes.
You've also then got like things where they do the Spider-Man Iron Spider. They do the Iron Spider exclusive, and then later on they'll release a variant of that, which is the Back in Black. You then
Yeah.
also get the Spider-Man on Crane. Later on, they release the symbiote. You know, you get these all these things along the way. Then you get like Tweeterheads did this a long time ago as well with the monsters, and then they released the black and white version because it seems like really easy to do with the classic horror ones when you release the black and white variant.
Yeah.
Um, with these as well, just going through the pictures as well. We've got so many pictures of like Hulks done recently. You know, then you got Prime One who comes on the scene and does the Arkham Batman, does that in I think Battle Damaged as well. So it does like this one, Battle Damaged, does a gold version, does a white version. You know, they then do the we might have to take this off actually because you're gonna cut the heads off.
Mhm.
You know, they then do the Superman. They did this actually right where they did the Superman s- sculpted cape and material cape at the same time.
That's
I
right.
think
Yeah.
they did that right by announcing that at
Yeah.
the same time. That was something where people commented they did that, but then also they did the quarter scale several years later. You also then got the Hush Batman. They did the color variants on this, and then they did the size variant on that later on. Um, Sorry, then you got Tweeterheads with their whole
No
Master
man.
Universe line releasing the color variants. Sorry, that's a really bad picture there. They did this a whole Master Universe line, but is it so it's kind of like, do you know they're going to do it because they've done it before? So it's a bit like okay. You then got Sideshow recently with the Frankenstein releasing it like literally months later. That pissed a few people off. The Succubus as well. They did that with. House of Gog do it as well. You know, they do the color variants and the size variants.
Yeah.
Um, you know, there's a bit of everyone. Oh, yeah, this is another one as well. So you got the Iron Studios doing 10-year anniversary pieces where they're doing a 10-year anniversary piece of a 1/3 piece in 1/10 scale of the Hawkman. Um, then you got the Magneto, which they did actually improve some of the sculpting on, but the 1/6 scale that they've re-released now into 1/10 again. Legendary Beast obviously did it on the same day with their 4 different Hulks. They did it all the same day. And then you got this Prime One, oh God, 7 years later with their Guyver. It's just like, you know, what. So I'm just trying to give a bit of background here. So you got that.
Show me that.
PCS
Go
doing
back.
it day
Go back
one.
that picture. That Guyver. They did a different Guyver. Oh shit!
They're going to release a color variant, which is basically a very slight tweak of the
Wow,
color.
that's fucking
To say
shocking.
this is the anime version and this is the manga version. And
That's
it's like the variant that no one ever asked for, you know, that kind of thing. It's that way of
wow.
saying, here we go, 6 years later, let's re-release this.
Oh shit!
Right. Then you got Chung Li, you got then Sideshow doing the Wolverine in grey.
Years later.
You know, you got like so many pieces where years later, Vader,
This only
you know,
just came
Vader
out. It's only got
Mythos
into
turned
people's
into a quarter
hands not long
scale.
ago. Fucking hell!
Yeah, yeah. Succubus. This is something that people are annoyed about. Someone I know ordered the version and they're like, "What the fuck?" It's like only just come out, and it's like a month or so later. You know, Trapjaw, two versions. XM do it like 1/6 and core scale, but they actually do it same time.
Same time,
You know, all
yeah.
of their ones the same time. So, color variant at the same time. Um, you know, yeah. So basically, the point I want to get at here is I want to ask. So just like I know that's a like overload of like random, like oh yeah, this variant, that variant, here, and it's all over
There's even more.
the place with the timelines and whatever. But I just want to get back onto the point then of like, you know, what then is what do you think is acceptable? We want to come up with a conversation of what is acceptable or not with these variants. So do we just start from like, do you think, and don't just give me a yes or no,
You
do you
asking
think
me?
it's
You asking
acceptable
them?
then if
Okay. All right. I'll answer fine.
you and everyone else as well? So like, do you think it's acceptable to do this if the pre-order is all done on day one and people are told this is what's coming, like the way that PCS do here, for
Yes,
example?
it's the only way.
Do you
It's
think
the
that is
only
an
way.
acceptable thing to do?
It's the only way
Okay.
that it's
Oh, you
acceptable.
fucking spoiler alert.
For me, listen. For
Well,
me,
not really,
from
because
in my opinion,
okay, but
pop
I don't know
culture
because the
PCS do it right. They show you everything, and you know what's coming. And I mean, the OG PCS used to actually have edition sizes on everything. Do you know how many there were? I mean, this is for me. I think I think I think I think what we're seeing is a really stretch of taking the piss, because we're seeing now
yeah.
re-releases 6 later. That's fucking disgusting. It's
Well,
absolutely fucking
we
disgusting.
just keep it to the section. Let's keep it to the section so we can like structure this a little better.
Okay, go on.
Right.
Keep me
So
where you want.
basically, that was the question: is this acceptable if all appeared on day one? Right. Next one
I can only
is
answer
this
that from my
acceptable
perspective.
if
I would say
everything is
yes.
announced?
Yeah,
Do you think that if that's the case on the
yeah.
second one, it's hard. Well, just trying to
Go
think
on.
because they don't announce the edition size anyway, so it doesn't really
No,
matter. No, I was just thinking about edition size wise. It doesn't really matter because they don't announce it anyway.
no, they don't tell you anymore.
Okay, and then they're going to do it. So basically, like they're going to do something, and they're going to do any kind of variant. If they're going to do it at a later date,
Yeah.
do you think it's more acceptable if it's within a month, within 6 months, within a year, within 5 years? What do you think is acceptable out of that?
You're asking me this question. You want me to answer this question?
You, yes, here,
Okay.
now.
If you're asking me this question, obviously I want everybody to comment below what they think. But if you're asking me this question, if I have to say what, if it's not going to be all on day one, what do I think is acceptable? I would say that you don't go
If any,
beyond.
if any.
Okay, so if you're saying to me, what do I think is acceptable? I've just told you. But if you're asking me, what would I consider to be, well, I don't think it's quite as much as the monumental piss take that it's become, then I would probably say that if it was announced within 4 months, if you were actually, what, it's even, I'd even make it even more stringent than that. I would say within the first quarter of the first release. So if you release one and you want to check out interest, and then you're getting a lot of interest, and you think, okay, we can sort of adventure a bit more into it, I would probably say within 3 months it should be back online. But that's me being very, very diplomatic here. That's me being very, very diplomatic. If
I
I'm
think
going
like
with my guys, that's me thinking about company profits, and if there's interests, so that they can invest into the sculpt a little more, make a few different bits, a few tweaks, and make another one and get a bit of money. That's me being very understanding about that. I think really, if you do that within the first 3 to 6 months,
certain pieces with Sideshow, there's no fucking adjustment in the sculpt. It's just the paint.
no, if it's like this, shit here that you're showing on this screen right now, with all the hopes, they need to all be announced all at once. I think if you're going to talk about maybe like what Tweeterhead have done, for example, where they're giving you an additional arm and they're changing the color scheme and they're putting a little bit more work into the sculpt and the statue itself, then I think you can basically say, okay, well, let's see how much interest you can get in the first 3 months, and then you can announce another one. I think once you get past that stage, I think you're really, really taking the fucking piss. I think if you go anywhere past 6 months, I think it's just not acceptable, because the problem is that in drumming up all this interest, and people have pre-ordered and they're waiting on it and they're paying
Yeah.
off monthly a lot of their shit, and then they're getting close to being fully paid, and you announce another one, and they're like, well, I quite like the other one now more. So there's this fucking problem that you create for yourself as a company.
But then with that in mind, it should be, that if a company does that, they have a responsibility for that person to be able to switch through to the other one if they want.
100% agree.
They should be able to. I mean,
100%
but like most companies, Sideshow probably would. Sideshow probably go like, well, we're going to get the money anyway, and we'll sell that other one. They have the sort of fan client base to get away with that. A lot of companies won't though. They'll be like, no, you fucking ordered it. Prime One won't. And that's the other side of it as well. Is like, I think that there are, if you think about it, like it's a tough one in some elements because obviously with certain things, if you use like Tweeterheads for an example, where they are doing the two versions, so they're doing their version and they're doing the more classic version, or whichever way around they do it. If you're looking at that, it's like they're a smaller company and they're doing it in a way of okay, we're going to sell Merman, for example, not an A-list character as such. See how well he sells, and if he does sell well, then we can do the other version because we got the money behind us to do it as such.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think if you kind of then, like, as that kind of company, if you put all your cards on the table and say, well, we're going to do this later on, there's no urgency for people to order, so then that one won't get made. You know what I mean? So it kind of takes, I don't know, so it really is a tough one from a business perspective. But then I think with companies like Prime One, where it's like, let's just do every Batman in black and in blue.
Man, was it every black man?
And then I did say that. Every every Batman in black and blue. And then we do and then now we're going to do everyone in third scale and everyone in quarter scale. They're just milking that big time. And also sometimes I swear they do battle damage ones. So with that in mind, it's like,
the scale
that's really milking it, especially with the Arkham one.
The scale thing is a completely different discussion. The scale thing.
All right. We'll stick to one thing at the moment. So let's do paint variants. Let's start with paint variants. Let's section it out now. I think that's a better way. So with the paint variants, if it's a paint variant and it's a very minimal sculpt difference, like a different head,
all at once.
Just these little bits of fucking material.
Day one.
All at once, day one. If then it's a variant, as in a Spider-Man and then a back in black Spider-Man, what about that then? Because that is a different sculpt. That is a different thing. And even with the back in black, they had different elements on the base. So they had the Avengers on one of them, and then they had the villains on the other one.
Yes. I think when
with that in mind, is that something that's acceptable? It's a different character as well.
On my personal feelings would be you would get more leverage in terms of time if you put more work into differentiating the statue. So if you take a statue and the concept is he's lunging forward, like let's just use the Iron Spider-Man comic as the example, and the back in black comic as the example together. So you put them together, the pose is exactly the same. The base is the same. The base just has different elements and is a different color. And so it's obviously added sculpted elements that are added to the back in black one. And obviously the suits it's a completely different in terms of suit for Spider-Man. I think when you're doing that amount of work, I think that buys you some time. I think that can allow for maybe I would say 6 months. I would say 6 to 12 months. I would probably not lose too much sleep about that. But I think when it's such a minimal amount of change, I think that the maximum amount of time should be given for people to choose. I think if you're just going to do this bullshit where he's got a couple of like straps of material around him and the odd tweak to the head in terms of the portrait, the bases are identical colors, identical fucking situation. I feel like the sculpt on the two Hulks there on the left is identical. Just barring the head is a slight change. So you got 90%, 95% same.
Yeah.
And with the Hulks on the right hand side, it's exactly the same. So I feel with that amount of lack of work, I definitely feel like it should be day one. And I feel like how PCS do it. But I think if you're talking about like the other ones, I think you could release that next year. You could release the Iron comic, the Iron Spider-Man. That needs to get into people's hands, and then you could promote the other one. But you need to get it in hand. It's this big thing as well. Is how long is it taking you to get it into collectors' hands? If they've been paying something for like 7 months, 8 months, and then you switch it at that moment and bring something that you know what I mean, then you've got a bit of a problem because that's the sticky part.
Yeah,
that's a really fucking sticky place.
Well, there's also, what is the other shit? What did I just drop? Fucking jump whatever I dropped. One of the other elements about this is always about kind of devaluing your collectible, because these are, it's Sideshow collectibles, and they are companies that are meant to be making limited runs of things. So when you buy something and then you then have something else come out later on that's more limited and takes away from your piece, that resale value of yours is gone. And I know not everyone does this for reselling, but you don't want to spend $1,000 on something that, if shit hits the fan, you can't get your $1,000 back, because that's the case at the moment. That is what's going to happen. So as the more that Prime 1 Arkham Batman, when that came out, everyone wanted that piece. That piece was shit hot. I hated the piece. I bought that piece. It stayed in the box. I've said this story so many times. One of the only pieces I've never taken out of the box. I viewed his one because I couldn't be bothered to take it out. I just thought it looked like a big toy. Then that I was fortunate. I sold it. I think I sold it for like double the price or whatever I sold it for at the time. They see that. They're like, we're onto a winner here. Let's release the battle damage version, the gold version, the white version, and they totally killed the value of that piece. After that, no one, you try and buy one now, you get one for £400. I don't think you'd even have to pay that much money for it. So there is that element of it as well. So then, kind of moving on to, all right, then, what about then scale differences?
Change
So
picture.
if, say, basically they released it in, I can change to.
Go to Darth Vader.
Scale differences. This was so this one was this one was actually announced on the same day. Sideshow announced the same day. Again, well done to Sideshow. Good work. XM did it on the same day. Then you got Darth Vader, Mythos, and Darth Vader. What they did as well. So I think one of the problems with this as well is when you do any kind of later piece, I always think that if you have like an exclusive part, I don't think that should be included in the next. So basically, if you have an exclusive where it has this portrait or whatever, when you then release the next one, the reissue, it should have less than that one. But what Sideshow have done is they've actually like corrected the sword. So basically, like the sword in this, someone like Thor Gunderson was like, "What the fuck? Why has he got a flaming sword? Fuck that bullshit." So now he's got an actual lightsaber, and now they made this in core scale, and they've got all these people who've like committed to that line now. Maybe got like 7 pieces from that line or whatever it is, and they've just gone, "All right, here's Vader." So now what they're going to do? They're going to do the whole line in core scale. They're going to come back and revisit the whole line. Do
it's a
people buy
fucking
this?
monster. It's a really big kick in the face. Like, it's a kick in the teeth. If ever there was that being an example, that is exactly what that is. When you've got somebody dedicated to collecting this line, and they're like, I don't know, even if you say, let's just say you've got 5 pieces, 6 pieces from the Mythos line in 1/5 scale. You're 5 years in. You're 5 years in. Never mind
Longer,
money.
man, it's longer. Gary
Right,
Speed was in my house in like
listen,
2015. No, yeah, he's like 2015 easily with that Obi-Wan.
yeah, but
Easily
okay.
2015.
All right. I'm trying to be sort of conservative here. I'm just saying, that's the time. Ain't nothing more valuable than time. You've invested that kind of time to collect this line, and then they start dropping fucking different scales on you, and now all of a sudden, your whole collection, you're thinking to yourself, what's safe? What's safe here? They're going to bring out a fucking Maul. Are they going to bring out? They're going to bring out fucking the Gamorrean Guard in quarter scale, because they fucking could.
Yeah,
they fucking could. And this is where you start losing your integrity.
Saying here that Luke's saying here, which is actually quite a good point, they should make the new lightsaber for the original scale, so collectors don't feel screwed over.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
should. But
Well, that's also what Prime One have done. Prime
to.
One have done this as well. No. Prime One did this with basically. Where are we? So they did a special head, didn't they, for their Superman, and
For
they
the
did
new,
a special
Hush one,
head for their Batman Hush for the new versions, which weren't included in the old versions. And what you're always going to get as well is you're always going to get that thing which is, well, let's cut the shit. Basically, these companies aren't your friend. It's a business. They're going to do what's best for them, what's going to get them money, what's going to get themselves. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But you're always going to get the bullshit of people asked for this. We're giving the people what they want. That's always what you're going to get. You're going to go, well, we know that people didn't buy the Vader 1/5 because it's 1/5. So we basically made it quarter scale to give the people what they want. People wanted this Superman, but they didn't want it 1/3. They don't have the space for it. We gave them the quarter scale because they asked for it. It's because of that. It's because they want it. It's not because of anything else. But then you get other things like this fucking Guyver, which is like, are you fucking kidding me? Like 6 years later, a color variant. I can't even find the fucking picture now. A color variant for the Guyver 6 years later. That's so like minor that no one fucking asked for it. It's just that is the biggest scam
it's not fucking enough of a change. Not at all.
Well, what actually happened? What happened here?
You know what that needs
is if you look at the Guyver 1.
Well, put the picture up. Do you know what that needs to be legitimately okay? Do you know what it needs? Do you know what it needs? Let me tell you what it needs. It needs a different monster underneath his feet. It needs a different rock formation around that base, and then it needs a more of a, Then I think we can say, okay, there's a little bit of a change in there. It needs to be different to what you paid for and what you got. This is just a very slight change. This is absolutely a money grab and a minimum amount of work. There's not enough work on this to justify the fact they've done this. This is purely we want to recapitalize on this piece. And I'm not surprised that Prime One are doing this, because Prime One are the cunts have collected. Like, they are the worst fucking company that have ever existed in this game. Like, honestly, they are the worst. Like, in terms of integrity and loyalty and showing any type of customer sort of protection, they are absolutely not that. These are the guys like Peyton Crane that fucked your wife when you go out to work. These are the guys that do that because they don't give a shit about no one.
That's a good T-shirt, man. Prime One of the Clayton Cranes of collecting.
Yeah, they're the Prime One of the guys that no one is safe. No piece is safe. Nothing they've ever made is safe. These are the guys that you don't leave alone with.
Wait, before I forget.
What?
All right, before I forget, so basically what it was with the Guyver was the exclusive Guyver was a 750 edition size, yeah, for Guyver 1. The
Mhm.
exclusive for Guyver 3, which was the next piece out, was 250. And then after that, all these pieces dropped to like 150 and even dropped to like 50, like for Aptom, I think. So they lost, like, they weren't getting the sales. So they're looking at it going, how the fuck can we get more sales? Let's re-release that. And that's what they've done. I mean, this is from an iconic poster. It's from, I think, a poster for Out of Control, which is the first movie. But yeah, as you say, it's just not enough of a change. You've not changed anything, and this is something that people didn't ask for. It's something that, like, oh, it's you made it closer to the anime. Oh, okay. It wasn't really a problem before. No one ever complained about the color. Going, yeah, it's a bit dark. It's not. It's not. It needs to be a bit bit
But
more lighter.
also,
No one ever complained about that. And I think the thing about this is, I think that Guyver is my favorite piece of my collection. I fucking love that piece, but I just think that this totally milking it. Totally fucking milking it. And that
also your
just,
your point that you
yeah,
just made. You made the point, but you didn't emphasize the point. What your point that you just made, without actually even saying it, was what your point proved was that it became less popular after this
yeah,
piece was released. It's a great statue, but they didn't have the sales in future releases. Nobody give a shit. So the interest
yep,
isn't there to justify this, and it ain't there now. This is just purely. I reckon they probably made fucking more of these out. I think they had enough in fucking stock, and they just put a cheeky paint scheme on this and thought, "We'll fucking go again. Let's just go again." It doesn't fucking
well,
surprise me at all.
they've already
This,
got the sculpt. Already got the approval.
yeah,
Sorry, let me just go to some of these comments because we've got some people here. Uh, they do this in a lot of other industries as well. They do this in designer toy industry a lot. Um, Hold on, let me just go. Got quite a few comments. Anyone? Uh, yeah, there you go. Anyone want to trade my Sideshow Doom on Throne for a White Whale variant?
yeah.
Good old Gary.
I'm seeing Gary
Gary would
tomorrow,
never
by the way.
live that down. Pablo, hey guys. Oh, Secret Mullet Man. How you doing? You changed your picture. Nice guy. Don't forget the Black Hush Superman one third. Yep, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
another one there. Later the pie. Oh, if we get time, definitely. I really, really like that piece.
the one where
Really like it,
she's in
actually.
a dressing gown.
Uh,
She's in a dressing
Wearing a
gown, isn't
90,
she?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant.
No, 90, like a dog t-shirt thing. Holy smokes, that's bad. I didn't know so many companies would recolor, release different times. Yeah, it's been going on for years. I wouldn't mind if it was announced since the beginning, but doing the initial run is just over a scummy move. Yeah, initial run, sorry, yeah. And I think it's fine as long as it's mentioned in the initial release that it'll be
Yeah,
available on a bigger scale soon, just so people have that option. I know that,
yeah,
and I didn't
that's a
actually
great
mention
point.
them, but like I know that PCS and they've done a few pieces like I think it was like Leatherface and maybe
Mm,
even some other pieces as well. But they've always said that if the interest is there, we will release it at a smaller scale. They've always said that from the beginning, before pre-orders gone out. If it was announced in the beginning, it would be acceptable. At least you would have the option to choose, of course. Geo's on the board with this and agree with what he said so far. Everything up front day one puts your customers first and allows them to make informed purchasing decisions. Also enables the company feedback for its more popular and prioritized. Yeah.
exactly.
Nice guy. Day one would be ideal. Let's choose.
Let the collectors choose. Yeah.
Uh, I think if they do announce a recolor for a statue has not been released yet, you should be able to change your pre-order over to the color version. Yeah, of course, of
Great,
course.
100%.
If they are numbering the release or suggestions limited in any way, then the only thing acceptable is to announce the variant day one, and beyond that mold should no, one beyond that mold should be done. No new color or sizes for sure.
Agree, agree
Yeah.
completely.
So basically, if you say this is a 1,000 edition size, that mold is used 1,000 times and that's it. At this point, unlicensed statues have a better chance of keeping the SE as it is. A lot of companies are doing their color scale variants coming out later. How are you gentlemen doing? Good, good. Nelson, hope you're good. The
That's a
music
funny
industry has been
point.
doing this for decades.
Yeah, I am. Before we just skim over that, that is actually a really fucking important point. This from licensed company is only playing into fan art strengths because they don't do this shit.
Rarity, yeah,
They don't do this shit. You can say what you want. They don't have a license to adhere to or any fucking things to stick to. They don't have any rules like this, but they understand the collecting rules and they don't fucking do this. The only one I can think of that's done it was that John Sanchez fucking
RCB. RCB does it as well, I think.
Yeah, but John Sanchez did it with Omega Red. He released it, and it was quite high.
Black Omega Red, yeah.
Yeah, but that fucking Omega Red that
It was really expensive.
he was part of, it was a big edition size, like 100, 150. It was high.
Yeah.
And then they fucking went on a year.
200 at one point.
I'm sure it was like really high, like 100, 150, something stupid for Fallon, nothing stacking size. And then they released another one, like a different black fucking one or some shit, like a year later or fucking some bollocks like that. Other than that, no one's ever done it that I can think of.
Yeah. Let's just go through these comments quickly. Music industry has been doing this for decades, profit-based tactics. I think it's the problem with like the music side is
they're not fucking numbered editions.
I know they do numbered editions with LPs and stuff like that, but it's not the same in that regard as it's just, I don't.
When you put a number on the bottom of something, man, it fucking means something.
Should mean something.
It should.
The Hulk recolor is crazy. When the red Hulk is a different character, the grey Hulk is a different personality. You can just recolor the green Hulk. Yeah, that's what they keep. That's what they do all the time, though.
Yeah.
I do have a liking for the grey Hulk version of that line. I don't like it. The market is oversaturated already. Milking it more is crazy, but if it sells as warranted, but people don't buy it, will stop. People won't. I just think it's I just think if it's a different character, it should be a different pose, different sculpt, and not recolor for a whole different character. Yeah.
Great.
But I do think though, I do think it did work with the Back in Black and the Iron Spider though. That's sad truth. I'm afraid with this hobby.
Yeah, but there is an argument. There is an argument that it may have worked, but in the end, right, probably Back in Black deserved his own statue with his own concept and its own fucking design. They did fucking half-arse it. In the end, they did the least amount of work for the most amount of money. So in the end, that's factually accurate.
Yeah. Speaking of $1,000, I can't believe the Weapon X is going for that much. Yeah, this is really expensive.
Crazy.
They should make Yo. Reality is that you have to fight FOMO and then wait it out and end up getting the statue down the line. Might pick up a discount and another. That's the same thing at the moment. Geo and I are buying older statues at the moment because you're getting some fucking great deals out.
Funny actually that you mentioned that because I've just literally done that. We'll talk about it if we get a chance to go on to what I've picked up over the last week.
Yeah,
I've done exactly that.
Good morning, Tyler. How you doing? Cover business practice, Dave Cundy. I love the Mythos line, but mostly one quarter. So the fact that this is now in scale irked me till I saw the price they wanted. Plus, don't scale down the base or the cape to make it more display friendly. Yeah. Well, there's the thing as well, is sometimes it's not as simple as just resizing something. Edwin, it also means you might actually want it down the line a bit more and then save yourself some money. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Cunts of collecting.
No, I'm not joking. That's it. That's what it should. Prime One Studios, it should just say the cunts of collecting. It should. They truly are.
Japanese companies are really bad at this. Kobuki in 2024 alone are just re-releasing old products and not even mention others in Japan. Difference between Koto and Prime One is that Kobuki. Oh, sorry. Kobe Kid scale figures are numbered, limited pieces like Prime 1 sell theirs as. It would be better if they did the Dark Guyver from the film. Different
Yeah,
license
great
though.
shout. Great shout, man.
I think I read somewhere that the Mythos More Adventures are going to be released in 1/4 scale as well. I thought the 1/5 Vader had both lightsabers and it has 3 head sculpts instead of 2. Okay, I'm not sure. Only have one Prime 1 statue in my collection has also been the statue I have that broke. Also, the only statue I have that broke. Oh, wow. Yeah, someone's magnets have been falling out their Prime 1 statues recently. Sounds like Hot
Really?
Toys. Hot Toys do a lot of reissuing. Not that it's annoying when you even do it, but when you're spending over 1K and expecting something that is highly limited and rare, it's much more.
Egregious.
What's that? Egregious.
No, egregious. That's basically the word means like you're hard done by. It's a lot more like you feel hard done by the situation. You can't let it pass as easy. You feel more betrayed by the situation.
Do you think that's what Figurama are doing as well? No, Figurama are a company basically didn't pay them, a distributor didn't pay them, and they got a lot of stock left over. This was going on actually when I was there working for them. They had a legal case going on, and basically they had a load of stock which was sitting there, and they were waiting for legal advice on whether they could issue that stuff, and it was interested in the warehouse for a long time. So that's why people are getting wait lists on items. Dave Wolf, how you doing? Welcome to the party, pal. This piece is missing Wendigo. Yeah, for sure.
Why not do that?
Hey, boys.
Why not do that?
Finally made it again, Mad. How you doing? Evening Jets late tonight. Forgot I was rescheduled. LOL. Yeah, so then the next thing as well is like, kind of with all this as well is like, what's to stop XM going, hey, you know what? We're going to make a 1/6 scale Magneto throne. We're going to make a one. Yeah, we're going to just redo that and give him a white outfit. We're going to go Sideshow going, hey, why don't we just do reissue the Doom throne as a God Doom, a God Doom, give him a white cape. What's going to stop them doing this if you just carry on allowing it? That's the whole problem with it all, really.
The problem is that we are also fighting against the tide, which is new collectors come in and they don't even know. New collectors are coming in all the time and they don't even know what's old and what's not. There are people that will not know that Guyver existed before it's been shared here. There are people that will think that the Guyver was that whole piece is new. Because there's people that they don't know. I talk to loads of people and I'm like, oh yeah. They're like, oh, they messaged me and they're like, oh, George, I'm really, do you know any good, Thor statues? And somebody did it the other day. Somebody messaged me and said to me, messaged me and asked me about Thor, what Thor statues do you like? And I was like, oh, this, that. And then I said, but I've got this one. I sent them a picture of the OG Sideshow Premium format with the beard. They were like, I've never fucking seen that statue. What is that? Where is that from?
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there you're like, fuck, man. You forget. I mean, I don't know when that was released. I think it was, what was it? They don't know.
Oh, that's 2010. I think it was 2010 or 12, around that time.
Right.
Apparently, if you go to sideshow.com about the Mythos line, Leon just sent it to me, says, Sideshow's art team has teased that collectors can expect to see some long sold-out fan favorites, as well as some new versions in the Mythos collection.
Yeah, that's just them telling you that they're going to re-release statues that they sold years ago. I'm telling you, expect Gamorrean Guard. That fucking thing sells for a few grand.
Yeah, for sure. The Gamorrean Guard sells for fucking.
Yeah, please come show me.
Prime 1, see you next Tuesday. Magog Geo, have you unboxed Colossus yet? I don't think he has actually. Matt, yeah, I heard that as well. But yeah, that's the thing I am kind of annoyed about. I mean, the Guyver situation, I just think is, it's just not enough of that
I'll be back
color
in a second,
change
bro. I've just got
to
to go help the wife. I'll be
justify
back in 2 minutes.
Armor Man. And also that 6-year break as well of it just doesn't justify it at all. If we go over that, just trying to think what other parts was here. Oh, and also like the anniversary things. Again, what's to stop XM Sideshow doing anniversary editions? I mean, it's been 20 years since Doctor Doom was released on Throne. What's to stop Sideshow doing a 20-year version of Doctor Doom in a smaller scale? I know the detail is really high on that, and you probably wouldn't be able to get away with that in 10 scale. But yeah, it's just a whole other ball game. And again, releasing other parts on newer pieces to get them out there. It's bullshit, really. Bullshit. I guess from the other side, again, their businesses, they're going to do what makes them the most money. If people keep buying them, they're going to keep selling them. They're going to keep doing it. You may lose a few older customers, but you're going to gain new ones. And that's always going to be the way. One of the things which I guess, pleasantly surprised about with this is the price difference of this isn't that much as I thought it would be. Because I remember the green version actually sold for quite a good price. I think it was like $655, if I remember. And I don't think this is that much more, considering how much statues have gone up in that time. And it's a big old piece as well. So, and also, if you were to get that through Prime One, they charge like, what was it, $500 just to put the snow on. So yeah. Also hope they did change the Wolverine head, because in the original one he had like really badly painted teeth in there as well. You never know. Next year's Sideshow could announce a Mythos Vader in 1/3. You never know. Someone should make an Wendigo add-on. That would be fucking awesome. And it's a great idea, actually. It's a great idea. What's up, RaddTitan Group? There was a really cool Wendigo custom, but I never thought Wendigo was that big. They made it so it was like Wendigo versus Sabretooth, and it's just like the size of Wendigo's head was like half the size of Sabretooth. Prime Collectibles, you're still buying stuff. Yeah, I'm sure he's still getting stuff in. I know he did vow not to ever buy from Prime One again. I do remember that video. All right. So yeah, we're going to go on to kind of new things in. I literally have just got the box. So basically, they sent it to my old house, which I did tell them to change the address, and they decided that they were going to not listen to me. So I got in the if I get the pictures, the Figurama, Dodoro, and Himori, and this is basically something which me and my girlfriend actually met, she had the first two mangas of this, and funny enough, then Figurama kind of releasing it. They were talking to me. They sent me to Kuwait to a con, so I had to, kind of learn about it quickly. So I managed to pick up mangas, read them, and then we actually watched it on Amazon Prime. It's actually really nice kind of animation. I think it's like 12. I think 12 episodes, and it's a real kind of cool story. Kind of really got into it as well. Me and both of us got into it, actually, me and my girlfriend, and it's about like set in old style Japan, and the main character, uh, I'm going to butcher his name, but Hikamori, he basically like his dad is shogun, and he makes a deal with the devil because they've got like famine and they're losing the war and whatever else. And he makes a deal with the devil that he'll give up his firstborn if his town would prosper and he can like be victorious in battle. The firstborn comes and his wife basically finds out that then the demon comes to take the baby away, and they do all these spells to try and get the baby back. and the baby is basically they manage to just keep his head. It's quite weird, that part, but then she banishes it like down the river, sends it down, and he gets found by someone who makes him into like an all kind of Pinocchio style boy. Then a monster comes in to kind of like get into a battle, and he ends up killing the monster, and he ends up getting like one of his limbs back. So he figures out that if he kills all the monsters, he'll get his limbs back, and it's kind of about him becoming more and more human. But the more human he becomes, the more kind of a monster he is. So he doesn't like it, and it's a really kind of cool story. Definitely watch it. I mean, if it's still on Prime, definitely check it out. Um, the first repaint of one I owned, Sideshow 1/4. Oh yeah, one for gold, almost half off. Then a year later, I think the repaint came out a few hundred more than the original. Yeah, that was like the Mark 43, I think, and I do think they did try and change the base, but yeah, they did that actually with the Iron Man Comiquette as well. They did like a stealth version, but again, I'm not too sure whether they released that at the same time. I cannot remember, and a lot of the archives they kind of take away, so you can't check on it. Um, Pliskin Inc. How you doing? Been a while, Thomas. How you doing? Sci-Fi Heil. Sounds like a bit like Blue Exorcist. I'm not sure. I'll have to check it out, but definitely worth watching. Say 12 episodes. Easy to watch. That actually sounds a pretty cool idea for a story. Definitely check it out. Yeah, it was really fun. Really fun. And again, um, I thought my girlfriend was going to watch 2 episodes and then fuck off, but we literally made a thing of it over. It was her actually wanted to only watch 2 episodes a night, so we spaced it out for a week. I would actually have watched like 5 of them at once and then watched them all, like probably over 2 days. But she made it spaced out, so I actually got to enjoy it a bit more. Great anime, just as good as the original version. Yeah, the original. I know the manga's like from like the 60s. It looks like similar style to Astro Boy or something like that, but it's yeah, again, I definitely recommend it. Um, it's something that I've enjoyed probably the more out of the stuff I've watched recently. I did watch Dodo Hidodoro. Is that Dodo Hidodoro with the guy who has the crocodile head? That was a bit fun, but a bit weird. I did enjoy like Chainsaw Man, but again, it was I think this was better than Chainsaw Man for me. Also, like One Punch Man, like a lot of fun as well. Like just like a bit of a piss take, making fun of all the kind of mangas and things. Let me move on to some other stuff anyway. So these are customs there, Eternity. Hold on, let me look and see what we got here. Got a wrong one there. Other than that, I've not really got anything else in. Most of my pieces, been looking at a lot of kind of Bowen Designs pieces, trying to find some of the ones. One of them actually did go up, which is like one of these kind of Grail pieces, is Hydra Man, just went up on eBay, but it's going to cost about £700 to get in, which I'm not doing. I'm not doing £700 on a Bowen bust. I know Geo just did. Still waiting on the second series of the yeah. It's quite crazy actually. I mean, I did enjoy that, but I think I enjoyed this more than that. Yeah, so this then is Figurama. This is Claymore's second piece. This one actually is nearly sold out. Probably sold out by the time we're talking about this now. So this is Claire versus Ophelia, and you got the great kind of war effect on the base, and a big sort of snake body coming around. Looks absolutely awesome. I mean, the original Claymore piece was absolutely fantastic. Such a nice piece. Probably their best piece I've seen that's been released. Really nice. Oh, actually, we'll rewind. Devilman. I probably think it's done better than Devilman, but I've got more love for Devilman. Then big, massive congratulations to Galaxius. They got the news for their bronze life-size Captain America busts. So they're doing some great work. They're the ones who also did the 8th scale Magneto and got one of those coming in soon. And can't wait to get that, see what the production looks like over the prototype, because the prototype was actually really, really nice. So it'll be good. Yeah, this then is the 1/10th anniversary edition of Hawkman, which we kind of touched on with the other thing. But, you know, again, this is one that was a very limited run. I think it was one that was very popular. Very people really liked it, but it came with like the wings spread out, and it just took up so much room because it was on 1/3 scale. So this is the anniversary edition in 10th scale, which is going up for pre-order soon. You also then got the Craven, which actually looks really nice, 1/10th scale. I actually quite like that. Yeah, that would be really nice if that was actually a core scale piece. The only thing is I always have an issue with is core scale animals. I think sometimes it's really, really hard to do the animals, especially fur, feathers, all that kind of business. And yeah, I think at that scale, that looks absolutely fantastic. I wonder what's going to happen with that fucking movie. That's going to be a fucking flop. I still haven't seen Madam Web. Then you've got the Anakin there. I think that looks like Attack of the Clones. That's 1/10 scale. Phoenix. The thing about Phoenix is like that pose has been done to death. Like Sideshow did it, XM did it. It's just, I know it's an iconic pose, but it's just, yeah. And I think with that kind of size, you can really, really like capitalize on that Phoenix base. And I think, yeah, I don't think they do that. Skeletor. Is that the disco version Skeletor, like they do with Tweeterheads? Oh, wow, okay. Cars. George's son loves cars. Well, he did love cars when he was younger. Yeah, Craven will be good. Think positive thoughts. Mate, every Sony Marvel movie is fucking trash. All of them. I mean, like, all the Sony ones are absolute garbage. That Morbius, Madam Web is supposed to be rubbish. I don't even like Venom. To be honest with you, I don't like Venom. I don't like Carnage. I'm not looking forward to watching this Last Dance thing. Anything like that is just garbage, man. Wonder Woman. So this looks like core scale. Looks really nice, actually. I've seen some other pictures of this, and she does look fantastic. There you go. Yeah, she looks really nice. That's the Iron Studios core scale Wonder Woman there. Yeah, beautiful. Legendary Beasts have the Iron Man coming to be worked on. Also, the Aquaman has gone up for pre-order, so that will be that's up for pre-order now. Actually,
Hey man,
you're right.
sorry.
That's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
That one. That should have been with the thing. All right, let me go back to your stuff. I
Sorry,
did go through.
to give some context, I couldn't do the chat on Sunday because my wife had an operation like 3 days before. There's been a few little complications, so yeah. So I'm trying to help her, like she's been bleeding and some other bits and pieces from like the wound. So I'm like dressing it and trying to look after her as best I can. So she just had quite a lot of blood there, so I just had to go and help. So apologies.
Oh.
We okay? We're doing starting on my week, are we?
Yeah, we're starting on your week. I just went through some bits in my monotone drone. Went across.
All right, so okay. All right, back in the run. Let's go. Wait. So yeah, I found this actually. I found this on eBay actually, and don't know the guy or anything, and it was on for £400 plus £10 shipping. So I had a look on Sideshow, and on Sideshow they're still selling it. So this is the regular edition. So I think they call it the collector's edition now. It's always a piece I've never seen it in person, so I was interested to see it. And I looked on Sideshow, and it's £500, and that's before you ship it. So I went on their website, I looked at the exclusive, and I was like, if it has an additional head and like a sword or something, what the fuck's happened there? So all right. So if I had an additional head and a sword, then I'm probably gonna hold out and wait till somebody's selling the exclusive. I didn't like the double sword thing, just something about that. I would have liked one head, one different portrait, and maybe one sword would have been cool with an open hand. I think it's more balanced. But it didn't have that, so I was a bit like, I'm not bothered about the double sword thing. So I looked at it, I priced up shipping. It was like about $140. So now we're at what? We're at £500. So like 620 now. And then I've got to pay taxes on 620 at 20%. So 620 it's about maybe like £125 or something like that, £130 something on top of that. So we're talking, we're on what, 750, around £750. So to get it in from Sideshow was around that sort of money. And I don't know what you guys get, but over here in the UK or maybe in Europe, we get hit with this like admin or handling fee thing that's around £50 on top of that. So we're talking this is going to be a shade under £800, maybe 780, 770 on a good day. So I was like 770, 780, 400 quid. I didn't think there was anything to lose. So I picked it up and, arrived pretty swiftly, no issues, absolutely smooth. I do like Kurt Wagner, in terms of like X-Men characters. I'm a villains guy, but if I'm scoring or, I'm thinking about like my top, like maybe 10 X-Men characters, it's got to be like, Cable number one for them, then Colossus, Cyclops, Gambit, Wolverine, and then it would probably be like Nightcrawler in there as well, like them kind of guys. So I was a bit like, you know what, fuck it, I'll jump in, grab it, and then we'll see what we see with it. And I've got into this new routine as well, where I'm basically just fucking off shippers. I'm not keeping any shippers at all. If shippers come in with boxes, I'm just getting rid of them because of having this thing on my loft is completely full at the minute up in there. So my whole, like literally the whole fucking run of my house, the loft is full of boxes. My wife has probably 7%, 5 to 7% of shit is hers up there. When I say hers, I'm talking about like fucking and shit like that isn't really hers. It's our shit. Basically, I'm blaming her. So I'm getting rid of all of anything that new comes in. I'm getting rid of the shipper boxes, and if I ever move or I ever get a statue done, I'm going to just get rid of all the fucking shipper boxes and just have all the art boxes up there so I can see exactly where everything is whenever I want it. And this is the art box of the Nightcrawler, 2000 edition size. Go and run through the pictures out. So
yeah, sorry, I realised what actually I dropped when I said, I don't know what I dropped there. My phone fell off the fucking thing and went off charge.
So well, let's have a look. So yeah. Can I start with the portrait? Okay, these are not in order. Yeah, so the portrait's really nice.
No, when you send them to me, they don't come in that order.
That's fine, don't worry, don't worry. So yeah, you get the one portrait with both versions actually, and the exclusive comes with the double sword thing, which I don't like. So, great work on the hair on this and the colorings. It's a very vibrant piece, as you can see. He's like teleporting out of the sentinel hand, like out the palm of his hand. He's either arriving or he's evading. But the way I see this is with the smoke and sort of all being around the bottom, it's like he's cut his hand off, teleporting. Like when someone reaches in to grab you and you sort of teleport at the same time and they lose their hand as a result. You basically cut off the hand is gone with him wherever he's gone. The only disappointing thing, if you zoom in,
I would have thought he would have been. He's about to be grabbed, and then he's puffing before he gets grabbed, or wumping, or whatever they say on the fucking comics.
The only thing that makes me think differently is just that smoke around the bottom. I know they're using it to disguise the face, but it goes all the way around the wrist, which makes it look like he's like taking the hand off it. If you zoom into the center of it,
Yeah.
The disappointing part about this piece, I personally think this is when all of the attachments is on, is there's quite an unsightly few seams that run around the sort of edge. I mean, when the figure is on there, it's more disguised. But I think they could have been a bit neater with that.
Well, I think there was always that conversation about when they showed it, and they showed it like it was always going to be. People made the assumption, "Oh, that's the prototype. It's going to be better in." That was always that conversation, though.
I think so.
Because I think we spoke about that. I know we spoke about that, and we
It's
said like,
just
"Oh
it's
yeah,
a
when it
little
comes
bit.
out."
It's a little. That part up on the top there comes off. That part of the top there, that bit on the top left hand side, that comes off, and the part on the right comes off, and the top bit comes off. They're two separate bits. Those two on the right top side. It's up there, where your things are. So they also come off. But really, the seams are a little bit like, it's a shame that they're so. See, that's the part of it, and that's the part of it. And one of them actually has the magnet in the foot as well. So it's like it's pegged into the base, and then that add-on bit, it magnetizes in. So you can see like they've actually done. If you look at his feet quite closely, you can see they've coloured them sort of that purpley colour.
Yeah.
So the transitions are actually not so bad, because if his feet were like a brilliant white, like his suit, like his gloves are, then them seams would look even worse. They'd be like your eye would instantly be drawn to them. So when you look at his feet that connected there, you can they sort of transition out. So the purples then move into the purpley pinks, then move into the white. It's actually quite big, this piece. I think it's ever so slightly overscaled. He's 22 inches tall, this statue, and it's about 19 inches deep. It's about 18 inches wide.
You could have taken inspiration from that from your Arkham Mysterio, though.
Yeah, a little bit, man. I mean, the Mysterio is a bit brighter, It's very cool, very nice. Yeah, that's how it comes. Tail's wicked as well. Everything connected pretty well. If you zoom into that though as well, zoom into the hand, you can see. Let's zoom in there a little bit. You can see sort of around where it joins higher up. Go up towards there. Can you see that little gappage that sort of exists in that corner there?
Yeah.
See that? There's a little bit of play in that. You know how when XM do a piece and it fits in, it's like to the fucking absolute.
Yeah.
It's to the point where if there's any warping, it doesn't go in.
Yeah.
They're opposite. So there's a smaller, so you'll never get it where it doesn't fit in there. So there's a little bit of movement there. It's magnetized, fine, never come out, but it's not as a crisp a fit as someone like XM would make it. But on the whole, I'm very happy with it. I think it's a little bit bigger. I think he's around 19 inches. I think from heel to toe, so he's like about 6 foot, which is a bit taller than how the character is. But
yeah, he's usually around 5'9".
Yeah, he's bigger than that. Like he's at least 6 foot, like 6'1". He's easily 18 to 19 and a half inches tall. I use the tailor tape to measure him, but you see there's the transitions with the pinks. Good though.
Yeah.
I was really happy with this, and for the price, I don't think I could have gone wrong. But I think it's a very striking. See, there's all them seams. But you see what I mean? If that had been more white, it would just be even more apparent. It's almost like camouflage ever so slightly in there.
Again, I mean, like I do recall seeing this before the statue was released, and I do recall talking about this and saying, why? Maybe I was naive and thinking of that, and stating and saying, "Oh no, that's just a prototype. They won't release it like that." And I think that's quite lazy. I think that's quite lazy to be that.
Well,
that
if
bad,
you look
really.
at that some of them sections, they're not pieces that come off.
Yeah.
So you could smooth that in. You could smooth that off.
Yeah.
But I mean, like when it's all on there and together, it's a beautiful sculpt and it's a fantastic paint job. It's a very nicely done statue. Like as far as Nightcrawlers go, this is as good as it gets. I mean, they've got that fan art church one that's like a 1/3.5 scale. And if you're like, if Nightcrawler is your guy,
Oh,
then
it's doing the
obviously,
Matrix
yeah,
fucking
if
coming out the
Nightcrawler
window.
is your guy and you want that sort of monumental, massive sort of statue with all that going on, then definitely that's the piece. But if you like him, like as an X-Men character, if you like him, you want him in your collection, this is the piece to have. For sure, this is the best Nightcrawler on the market at the moment that I know of.
I didn't know.
What?
I didn't know that the Bowen Designs bust is by Mark Newman. No.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
mean,
know that.
like, well, yeah. I mean, I could kind of looked at the box and I was like, oh, oh wow. Let me just go through some of these comments quickly while I remember. Legendary Beast need to make a Doom. They will 100% make a Doom. There's
Oh, that mate.
no question there. Never apologise for taking care of family. Folks don't understand. Fuck them. Yeah. Alex is frozen. Yeah, that was. I
Yeah,
dropped my
I'm used to
phone
it.
earlier.
Don't worry.
When, like, if you go back, I dropped something, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And I realised it's my phone. Critical Mass. Yo, what's up, everyone? How you doing?
Yo,
Nerd
brother.
Without Order. How you going?
All
My
good, man.
thing's a bit delayed, I think. What's going on here? Critical. Norum, how you doing?
No rat.
Yo, fellas.
Yo,
I might have to go out
bitches.
and come back in. My thing's really lagging.
Probably.
Yeah. International customers always get 80 Canadian for my last hot toy when I purchased from Sideshow. Yeah, I mean, don't even talk about what we get on this side. Gabriel Gutierrez, how you doing? Do you guys foresee the faster process full color painting to
Printing.
change in the hobby? How do you guys foresee the faster process for full color printing? Oh, changing the hobby. I mean, it's something that in future it probably will happen. I think we're quite far off of that still. I mean, especially at like house level. I mean,
I'll tell you something. That's
consumer level.
driving me fucking spare, right?
We're still just like getting. What's that?
Nah, I'm getting friend requested by people, right? And I have loads of
Oh
mutual
yeah.
friends,
Well,
right? But I can't. I'm
yeah.
getting them all the time, and I'm like, okay, all right. I look who the mutual friends are. I'm like, well, I kind of like that guy. He's cool. I like this guy. He's cool. Yeah, I like them. They're cool.
They
So I'm
come
like,
in.
yeah. And then
Hello,
I get,
George.
I get
Hello,
this,
George.
hello.
How's your day?
I get, hello, George. How are you? I'm like, fine, thanks. How are you? And they're like, great. And then it's like, there's some fucking
Are you
small
looking
talk.
for
It
3D?
eventually turns into
Yeah.
printing. Like, I can print anything you want. I can do this. I can do that. And I'm just like, I just have to instantly block people, bro. It's like, I can't be dealing with, like,
Yeah, but
honest
the
to
thing
God,
about
there's
that
so
as
many.
well,
Right, there's so many.
I've been getting those. I've been getting those for a while, and the thing about it as well is always the same fucking message. It's literally the same
I'm
message
getting
that
like
comes through. It's
one
like,
in every new friend request I'm doing. So if I like let in like 5 people, like 2 of them are fucking definitely
yeah.
doing that. And I'm
Well,
sort of like
literally,
going down the
I've replied back to a few people, just basically like they go, "Oh, hi Alex, how you doing?" And I go, "I don't want no fucking 3D printing." And they're like, "Okay, have a nice day."
I just let them
James
come. I let
Band,
them come and
greetings
say
from
it, and
Windy
then I just block
City.
them.
How you
I'm just
doing?
like, sup,
Yo, sup,
OG.
homies. We're talking about you today, actually. We're talking about you today because we were talking about the Hulk versus Wolverine, and I was thinking about getting all my heads repainted, and then I remembered that you sorted me out with that custom head, so I don't need to. Winning.
Winning.
Thanks, Michael. I have the exclusive version of that Nightcrawler, and I do love the swashbuckle swords in my display as a fantastic piece. Geo must be so damn happy getting his Colossus.
I got it in, but
Gabriel
I've got a little
Gutierrez.
bit. I've got a little. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, sideshow and battle custom. That's tough. That's tough.
I didn't see
I
the
really,
custom.
I really the thingy that the lot that I've got Colossus off has done theirs. They've copied it a little bit, to be fair. But 100% copied that design, because I've been in that group now for a couple of years, and I saw that Man Bat teased 2 years ago. And basically that's been copied, the design, but it's not as they've simplified it. They've because Sideshow didn't they? They their one has like a fucking proper broken bats in and all blood everywhere, big fuck off wings, and it's like all singing, all dancing, and they basically stripped that design back, tidied up the sculpt a little bit, slimmed him out a little bit, and gone, that's it, done. It's very hard. I mean, I'd probably say the custom. If I was a Man Bat fan, I would want a good representation, and I feel like the custom one's a little bit better. So it's a bit more all singing, all dancing. Colossus came in, but I've got a little bit of a problem at the minute.
And then with the Man Bat though, is that like an iconic image? I don't know if that's an iconic
I have no
poster
fucking idea.
of it, or an iconic cover. It might be that's where it's from.
I couldn't even testify for such a thing, because I don't really know the character at all. So I look at both designs and I'm like, this is like a stripped back, simpler version from Sideshow Collectibles, and then the fan art one is pretty much like Weapon X, and it's got the fucking thing, the wires, the whole fucking 9 yards, like, you know what I mean? So it's a bit like it's all singing, all dancing versus stripped back simplicity. So it's all about tastes, really. It's not really. It's hard. Yeah. It's like I look at the Weapon X from Sideshow, and I'm like, it needs the tank. It needs something. It's like he's in the sea. It's fucking weird. And then the other one, and then in the tank, I'm like, the tank needs a bit of fucking water or some fucking sculpted bubbles or something. What the fuck? So there's no winning. So it's a bit like that with everything. But yeah, I'm happy with the Google Man Bat comic.
There's a few actually. So like, obviously there's like this.
Yeah, it's like that.
Oh God, so there's that one, and then there's like that one as well.
That one there.
So there's that one, and then there is that one.
I can't see it.
That one.
Yeah, it's a bit sort of like that one. There's blood all over the front. Yeah, it's like that. The wings are down like that, and they come right back, and then there's blood all. Yeah, that's it. It's like that. Fan art, the fan art one's just like that. But he's bigger. He's not as trim as that. He's like a much chunkier fucking thing. But anyway,
they love.
I can't open that Colossus
like
until I've got this Superman situation sorted with Gary. I've got Gary coming around here tomorrow, and he's got like a custom, like the material cape. So I want to take some pictures. Like I'm getting that off Gary, and I want to get some pictures of it with the cape on, and then I'm going to box it up and put Superman away. So I've got the Superman premium format exclusive, the OG. At the moment, it's sitting in Colossus's space, so he needs to fucking get in his box and fuck off. And then I'll put Colossus up.
Well, I'm actually quite happy, because I thought you were going to be saying, because the way you were saying I got a little problem. I thought we were going to say there was like an issue with damage or something. So I'm glad there's no problem with that.
No.
I did actually.
I have no idea. I've got
Yeah, I did actually bring this on because I did want to talk about it, but I heard you already covered that, so that's fine.
I mean, like I said,
and then
so this is the exclusive. My first ever pre-order from Sideshow Collectibles was the Superman premium format. I actually got the regular though, and I got it through choice. I was like, I'm not sure about the laser beam eyes. I didn't really know it was a different head. I just thought it was some eyes just stuck on it. I didn't really understand it. I was definitely a newbie, and I didn't get it. So I didn't know about the edition size numbers and all that shit.
I think it was like $15 more or $20 more or something.
I don't even remember. Well. I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
is it not eyes then? Is it actually another head?
Yeah, it's another head, and it's a change of direction. So the head that the regular is, which for me is still, I think, the best comic book Superman portrait I've ever seen. I love that fucking portrait so much. The one where he's looking slightly up to one side, that one. That's a ridiculous fucking Superman
Is Alex Ross though?
I don't fucking know. I just, when I look at it, I see fucking a bit of Christopher Reeves. I see comic book Superman. And just see them all in it a little bit. I just fucking love it. I just think it's brilliant. It's looking slightly up and to one side when you put it on the head, and the other one's much straighter. So the exclusive head with the laser beam, and you get like the options as well, where you've got these round bits that you can just stick in his eyes, so they're just round. So it's just red. There's no wisps.
No wisps.
So you get the option of the bits which have got the little flickery bits at the end, and then you've got the other ones where it's just glowing eyes. But yeah, it's fucking brutal. I love this.
I always remember seeing the instructions for it. I've never actually like adjusted it in person, so I never knew. I do remember seeing like, oh, this is how you add on these little wisps. So, yeah. And do you think the material's held up as well?
Yeah, it has. I mean, for how old the piece is, I mean, it has. This was a little dusty. I had to give this a proper wet wipe all over everywhere.
I can imagine.
I think mine was probably a little bit of a darker blue, but I don't know if I'm remembering that through memory or whether that's reality. Because it's a long time ago. It's like nearly 10 years ago. So it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But you know, the base is still fucking crap. Base is crap.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've seen there's a clear one with light ups inside, and there's also another one where you put this inside a bigger base, and it's got these fucking like bits of like the fortress coming out, you know, sort of Fortress Solitude coming out.
They're both
bigger one. It's a bit like. It's probably a bit too big, though, to be honest.
The only issue is with this as well is that, you know, like as far as Superman goes, it really does jump up his size. So, like, you know, I'll give you an example. This statue is like 26 inches tall, right?
Yeah.
But that base is around 6 inches tall.
Yeah.
So the figure is like, you know, with that straight leg, it's about 20 inches or something like that, right? But Darkseid is like 24 inches. Yeah, it's like 24, 23 inches. The figure is like 23 inches tall. So it's like 3 inches bigger than him standing, right? But the base on Darkseid is like an inch and a half max. So you stand them next to, if you stood them next to each other, Superman would be too tall. It'd just be a little bit too big.
Yeah.
It'd look bigger than Darkseid, which he isn't. But it's not really a problem. I'm glad I picked this up.
I think Darkseid, they do him underscaled anyway, I think.
I got this off Alex, actually. This was Alex got this for me. So this is the Doc Samson. I've got this in with my like sort of Hulk thing. It's pretty cool. Nice sculpt from Randy Bowen. Is it Randy Bowen? Is Randy Bowen had done this, wasn't it? Yeah, it's Bowen.
It is actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice one. It's got, you know, it's nice musculature on it.
I took him out of the box and actually Mary saw it from the back and she was like, "Oh wow, I like the body on that one. It's really nice." She says, "Really like
nice sculpt. It's good. It's very similar to like Hyperion sort of sculpt. It's very similar sort of build. I think he's a little bit chunkier, but it's still very nice.
A lot cheaper than Hyperion.
So, thank you very much. Huh? You said, my bro?
A lot cheaper than Hyperion.
Yeah, that's still. I'm happy with him. So
a lot.
I've got a bust all in there. Oh yeah, okay. I've got that coming in a couple of weeks. One on the left-hand side. I'm getting a different fucking thingy though. I'm getting a RaddTitan exclusive Betty Ross. I don't like that. I don't like the colour that they're both in blue. It bothers me a little.
Yeah, the weird matching is.
I just don't like it. So I asked my guy. I was like, reached out and said, "Look, man, can you do me a little RaddTitan exclusive? Let me have the fucking pink and purple Betty Ross from the green version that you're doing." And he was like, "Really?" And then he sent me a picture where he's literally this picture, and he's put an arrow of her blue matching his shorts, like I'm sort of fucking retarded kid at school. I was like, I understand. I'm not wicked. I'm not licking the window in my spare time. I understand that he's gone with matching colours, but I don't like the matching colours. I want
Yeah.
I find that this whole this is going to sound right. So it, this whole thing where he's lifting her like this, he's in like the woods, he's lifting her up like this, and she's like sitting on him, on his hand. He's not basically wearing some sort of fucking like sock thing and a top, and knickers or whatever, right? So the version where it's the Green Hulk with the purple shorts, she's got like a pink top on and like purple knickers and purple socks, and
Yeah.
I find it more virginal. Her in pink and purple is like more innocent than the blue.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want it to look like that because then you've got the monster and you've got the beauty. You see, it's like Beauty and the Beast, isn't it? And I want her to look as
Yeah.
sort of as sort of like innocent and as gentle as possible because then it works even better. So he's like, it's not. He says I have a word with a factory and I'll try and sort it for you. I said it shouldn't be a problem. I'm happy to help you out. Like, I bought like fucking 10, 12 pieces off him, so fucking help me out. But
Well, you want
point,
to tell people now that if anyone else starts getting involved doing that, they tell them to fuck off.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
your
yeah.
idea.
He's done fucking yeah. But the point is as well is he says it's not going to match, and he's like, I don't think it will look good. And I was like, well, I think it will look great. So let's get it done. And I do think it will look great. I think it will look great on.
I mean, is it core scale?
Yeah, I don't think it's done in a scale like that. He's pretty big. But I think that Hulk is like 25 inches tall, and the base is only like an inch. So the Hulk is a big Hulk. It might even be bigger than that. But it's a pretty big Hulk. I don't think it's as big as that one on the right, though. That one on the right is massive. Because it's a
more about Betty
diorama.
Ross, though. I mean, she.
I don't know because she's quite little. So it's really hard to sort of say how that's going to scale. But it's a diorama. I'm not really worried. If it's anything like maybe the Thanos and Mistress Death sort of scale and look, that'll work for me. It's perfect.
Sure. So this is like another thing from XM. This is about basically they're shutting down their WeChat groups and whatever else, and then I don't really know. I mean, this thing is a bit weird anyway. It's a bit like XM's latest news. Not sure what the implications are, but XM will be disbanding their official WeChat group today. XM has always been full of vitality because of you. As the brand develops, we are planning more diversified ways of interaction. We'll launch a new membership system in future. We'll keep in touch and share the latest information in a more innovative and convenient way. Therefore, we will officially disband operations on WeChat group. Blah 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 blah. The new platinum and black membership levels will be invited to enter the new social media. Decisions are mainly better focused on new platforms and interactive methods to provide a richer level and activity experience. I hope everyone can understand and look forward to seeing you on the new platform. For more exciting information, please continue to pay attention. That is fucking ChatGPT, man. They just put that on fucking, especially that. Thanks again to every member to their support and companionship. They've just done that on fucking AI. It's really bad.
I just think that reads. I think that reads fucking terrible. So the reason why it's on the chat is just because it reads so terrible. I don't know what they're trying to say,
It
and I
reads
don't
really
know why.
badly, but I think what it's trying to meant to be is that they have released new membership groups, and there's a membership table that says like if you have, they're trying to encourage people to register their products basically. So they want to know, so that way you could get you can get more data together. You can gather which pieces people are collecting with what pieces and whatever else.
Yeah, of course.
But to get the black, which is the highest level, so it's like platinum and then black, because obviously the XM colors. So you have to have 60 pieces, 6 and 0. So that's a lot of fucking pieces.
So what is the one below that?
I think it's something like 5 to 60, 5 to 59.
Okay.
It's quite a big window, like where it goes, and I was just like, Maybe you should spread it out a
When
bit
do
more.
I
But
have?
anyway,
Let me have a look. Let me look.
I know typing.
Well, it's gone down
I've
a
got
lot.
4. I think 4 or
XM has
5.
gone down a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's it. No, 9. I've got 9. Got 9 of their pieces.
What about Hulk
That's
transformation as well?
down, man. I think I had about like 18, 19 at one point. Their stuff.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite
I've
proud
got
that
5.
the largest amount of number of statues I have in my collection is Bowen Designs. That makes me quite proud.
Yeah, I mean, well, my Bowen designs, but the busts don't count, do they?
Of course, they fucking count.
Oh well, that is easily Bowen then, because I've got 100 web. This then is some of the Prime 1 pieces. So this is from the showcase they did a while back, but we haven't been on it really. This is the bust, which is the 1/1 life scale bust, which has got a lot of the elements. They're kind of doing this fine art series, like PCS sort of style.
Yeah, rip off.
And a lot of people are not really happy with the design either. So this is called the Millennium. Is it really called the Millennium Falcon arc? Okay.
Okay.
The Millennium Falcon arc. I thought they were the band of the Hawks. Really? Is that
about
something?
it.
Okay. Because obviously the Millennium Falcon is obviously fucking Han Solo's ship. But
Yeah.
okay. This then is the Femto from the con as well. This looks pretty cool. He's coming out the
Cool.
Bayonet King. Quite like that, but apparently the scale is a bit off on this. But it looks very cool.
Mm. It's like Terminator getting up, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. This then is Guards and Casca. Quite surprised they're doing this because obviously on the boobies, probably got to change this one quite quickly before we get taken off YouTube. Slain as well. She looks nice. I like her.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah. So
Still haven't
Homelander.
seen this.
I think you should watch like at least the first season. Andy Starr's fucking cool, man.
I'll put it away.
Andy Starr in as Homelander and Andy Starr in Banshee. He's fucking awesome in both of them. He's really good. And then you got the Butcher as well. I think they look pretty good.
They're very cool.
He's got his really weird thing with his mouth though. Like it looks like he's had his jaw broken or something. Because like his mouth is really like kind of like puffed out.
Oh yes.
Probably, yeah. Fuck yeah. Guy of a color comic art color edition. Fuck your couch. Then you got the Guyver 2, which is from the original kind of like out of control. So this is a female version. A lot of people complaining because they wanted the yellow version with the damaged control metal. This is actually Liska as well, but they wanted the male Liska.
Yeah.
I do actually think it looks great.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think it does actually look really nice. I love the Zarabubu face. This was actually meant to be on the Guyver 3, I believe.
Yeah.
The one thing about this though is like
it's like here when you say
it does make it fucking massive. Look at that.
Shit.
That is like, I mean, that Guyver 1 is, I think, like 80 something centimeters. So she's like, I don't know, like to the top of her area.
She's at least 5 to 10 centimeters, 5 to 8 centimeters taller, bro.
I don't know, man. That looks more.
You think so? Maybe 10.
To the top of that antenna is a whole, like above the fucking. It looks like it's right at the top of the screen. So, gotta be 10 at least, man.
You might
but
be right.
That base is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It does look good. I'm just glad. I'm just glad I hate them the way that I do.
Yeah.
Because it means that they could literally show me the greatest Thanos statue ever made, and I would just literally be like, no, I'd rather shit in my hands and clap and buy their shit.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
know.
I don't know. The thing as well is I
I'm a
don't
man
know
of principles. I'm a man of standards. I just
because
always have to.
the original like Out of Control looks really shit. The animation's really shit, so I haven't seen it. I've actually, I think I watched it once. I don't really remember it very well. But in the actual animation I've seen, Guyver 3 fucks him up. So it's nothing to do with Guyver 2. So I don't know.
I really like that one. That guy with two piece. That's really nice.
Sorry, this one.
I really like that. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it is.
The more I look at it, the more I like it.
I do like it as well. Yeah, it's a shame. Fuck you. Fuck you. Then this is Attack on Titan. This is Levi, I think. This is quite cool. Again, Attack on Titan's quite a cool anime. It's fucking disturbing as hell. This then is
I get too
Persona
old for anime,
5.
man. I like sit and like watch it, and then when things happen, I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then I'm like, "Man, I need to turn this off."
Yeah, I mean, that's the funny thing with when I
I
watch.
knew I was getting old when I saw Logan, and I was like, "It's too violent. It's violent for violence sake." I heard
Yeah.
me say the words that came out of my mouth, and I was like, "You're getting old, bro."
Well, yeah, I mean, I watched back some of them, and I watched back like Ninja Scroll, and Ninja Scroll still holds up pretty good. But like when you watch the Japanese versions, they just like stretch out the rape bits, and they're
The
always a bit
rapey
more.
scenes. They like a good rapey scene, don't they?
They really like a rapey scene. Yeah, there's a bit like where he licks his fingers, and do you know where she's tied up with her leg up,
I
and he
don't
kind of
want to
licks
hear
his.
about it. I don't like sexual
Anyway,
violence of any kind. It puts me in
they really
a very
extend it,
bad
and then
place.
also there's just like little bits as well, like in the beginning of Ghost in the Shell. I was watching it
Mm.
subtitled because I don't know why I just had it subtitled and Major at the beginning she's talking and she says something to him and he goes, "Oh, what's wrong with you? You're on your period," and I was like, "They don't say that." And then I like rewound it, put it back in like English dub, and he just says like, "Oh, you're in a bad mood" or something like that. You know, it's totally different. I
Ah,
was
it's
like,
awesome.
okay, you know. And
It's
then
like you
also
listen to the Japanese "We Don't Give a Fuck" version.
but then also with what's the one with the little old guy, Wicked City?
Yeah,
There's the bit where him and the
by
guy
the
playing
lady.
chess, him
Oh,
and the guy playing chess are talking,
yeah.
and the whole conversation's different.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, I can't remember what it is now, but I remember like listening to it. And I don't remember it being like that. But yeah, my mum, my mum was talking to me the other day, and she was talking about a cartoon. She goes, "I remember." She goes, "I remember when you were like 12 years old, and I walked in and you were watching some fucking thing with this big Spider Woman, and like she starts like has teeth on her fucking, you know, I shouldn't say fucking, but she has teeth on her vagina." And I was like, and I walked in and you were watching it like with Stefan when you're about 12, and I was like, yeah, yeah, probably younger. I've
Yeah,
spoken to Stefan since.
and isn't Stefan gay now?
Oh yeah, he's well gay, yeah.
No, nothing like seeing a pussy with teeth to turn you off women.
Yeah, the funny thing about
When
that
you're at
is,
prepubescent age, you're like he's like 9 years old. He's like, wow, they have teeth now. Fuck that. I like dudes.
yeah, I like dick. You get teeth on dick. Yeah. But no, the funny thing about that is he was well obsessed with
That's
like
a t-shirt
China
slogan.
O'Brien.
That is. You don't get teeth on dick.
Yeah, we're just about the t-shirts today. But no, yeah, he was obsessed with China O'Brien when he was younger.
Who?
Cynthia Rothrock.
Yes. Don't blame him.
Yeah,
I like
kind of
her.
gay man straight. Yeah. This one is Street Fighter. I can't remember her name now.
This is so
Uh,
weird.
this is Marissa from
Yeah.
Street Fighter. Yeah. Is it actually
I
a
don't
woman or is it? Okay.
know. No, I don't know.
Okay, skip that conversation then.
Now
Uh,
Tom's in, we don't need to talk about this shit, thankfully.
and then there's Cammy. I'm assuming like some version of Cammy. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she is.
that's wicked.
She's a man.
Yep.
Okay. You haven't done already though. Oh, thanks, man. Nelson, you need to be our PR.
Cheers, brother. Thank you. We're really bad at all that.
I wish the XM would be more candid about where each piece are. Yeah, they need to do an update for sure. And I think if I go, I should be going to Singapore in.
Alex will do a video, interview someone.
I
I'm on the
might
fucking
do.
spot, man.
I don't know. Do you know after the last chat, I said to the mods, I was like, one of them said, "Oh, do you think Ben's going to watch the video? Do you think he's going to he's going to say anything?" I said, "Ben will phone me on Friday. That's when he's going to have time to watch it. He'll phone me on Friday." And it was my birthday, actually. He did phone me, said, sung me happy birthday. And I was like, I knew you would contact me today. And he goes, "Oh, I haven't seen it." I go, "You're full of shit. You're so full of shit." But
You're a fucking liar.
I know I said everything to him. I'm not, the funny thing with Ben as
We
well
ain't
is
those guys, dude. We ain't those guys.
when I first
Nothing you wouldn't get to your fucking face.
when I first met Ben, and we were in the office, the first thing he did was he fucking cornered me. And literally, when I was up by the Hulk, he fucking cornered me. He had the other head in his hand. He gave me the other head. Goes, "What do you think of that now?" And I said, I don't like it." And he goes, "Oh." And I think he thought because he was like in front of me, I was going to change my tune because I've been bitching about that Hulk for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And this is 2016. So he's kind of saying to me, "Oh, what don't you like?" He's getting really defensive, and I'm like, I don't like the material. I don't like the color. I just find it really bland. I don't like anything about it. I just think it's just. He goes, "Oh, it was one of our first pieces, and blah blah blah." And I said, "Well, put it this way. I mean, like, if you were to do this piece today, would it look like this?" And he goes, "Oh, no, no, no. XM have come a long way, and blah blah blah." I said, "Well, exactly. I've seen all your other pieces, so this piece isn't just going to suddenly grow on me because whatever." And then, but I think he got me when I kind of said that. But yeah, I didn't change it, and I've always been very like, that's why they asked me to work with them for a while, is because basically I would just tell them, "I don't like that. This should change. This should do that." And I do try and be constructive about it. I'm just not like, "Oh yeah, fucking shit." I will be constructive. But I do think, sorry, but back to my point, if I should be there in like 3-4 weeks time, and I think what I'll do is I'll get Tyler. We'll go sit down with Ben and just give him, like, literally just like lay into him, just ask him all the questions. And if he doesn't want to answer, he don't want to answer it. But I'll ask him about things. Obviously, there will be some things that we can't go into. There are, certain parts that you just can't mention. But yeah, I'll try and get some information out of him. Try and get some updates. Try and Ben reads every comment, watches every video, but says nothing. Yeah, for sure. I'll speak to him anyway. I mean, the thing is I worked for them for a while, and I have no hard
Change the
feelings
dick,
towards
you
them.
cunt. You're boring me.
I think, like, I think it's something they do need
Ooh,
to discuss more. I think this looks nice as well.
very nice. This.
Very cool. I
Who's
mean,
this?
this
Is
is
this
Cammy.
PCS? PCS.
Brown one.
Nice. It's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Credit where credit's due.
No. Just because I hate the company, don't mean I'll say that their stuff is shit if it's not. That's not how I work at all.
That's how. Did you hear that about that?
Well,
Did you hear about that? You didn't hear
well,
about that. About 2 weeks ago, a week ago, they were showing a piece on fucking Batman Statue Collectors show. They're showing the piece, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, I like that piece. It's really nice. Who does that? Is that something?" Like he mentions it. No, oh no, it's J&D, and he's like, "Oh, well, I don't like this about it. I don't like that because he's got a thing about J&D
fuck
because
pussy.
he basically
Honestly,
tried
God.
to get them to send him stuff. They said no, so now he's like anti J&D. And then basically he admitted he likes something. As soon as someone said, "Oh, it's J&D," he fucking changed his tune and made out like, "Oh no, I don't like this." And, "Oh,
What a
actually,
predictable little coward.
yeah,
Disgusting. Just fucking say it's
uh,
nice. There's no problem with saying it's nice. You don't have to like. Listen. I fucking hate. I'm not a fan of Eric Sosa as a human being. I think he's a shit human being. I don't like him at all. And I think the feeling's very mutual, and that's fine. I tell you something.
oh yeah,
He hits some fucking home runs, and when he does, I'm the first one to be out there going, that's a fucking lovely piece. I've got no fucking problem. No problem with admitting the man can fucking, when he gets things right, he gets them very right. Got no problem admitting that to any person. Doesn't mean anything.
But that is the thing as well, is I do think that one of the things that happened with him is the fact that, you know, you're not going to like everything. And I think
No,
that was the problem with him, is like, you know, he loved it when we said we loved it. And then when we said we don't like that, that's when he lost his shit. And I think that happened. That's
but
happened quite a lot of
you
times.
can't take it personally. It's not personal. It's not, I don't like it because I don't like you or any of that. It doesn't work like that. It's not how it works. It's very, like Jesus Christ. It's not, listen, if I like you and your girlfriend's a munter, then your girlfriend's a munter. That's just how it fucking goes. I'm not going to be like, oh, your girlfriend's really attractive just because I like you. That's not how it works. That's how it works with anybody. What I don't understand is we live in an era where the truth has just become like a taboo thing.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the truth? I can handle it. Like, what? Can't anybody handle it no more? It's just like fucking let it have its day. Just be like, yeah, I like this. I don't like that. I've had people come in my room and go, I really like this. I don't like that. I'll be like, okay.
Yeah. I
Don't
had
go
someone
to me.
come into my room. I had someone
You
come into my
fucking
room
care.
and tell me his fucking sister collected teapots. So, you know, fucking arsehole. I boycotted by my statue collector. The fakeness is impossible to watch. There's enough fakeness outside. I don't need it in my hobby. I can't watch it. And all of his fake clickbait. We had to give him too much airtime. I can't even do it.
As a Christian as well, I can't stand the fucking devil salutes all the time. It fucking pisses me off.
Who?
I don't like it at all. It's
So
always that symbol, the horn symbol, which is a satanic symbol. I don't like it. It's not rock, you know, like the rocket. Like people think it's like a rock and roll symbol. It's a satanic symbol.
that.
Yeah, it's just don't fucking put
Okay.
your hand up. What's fucking wrong with you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a satanic symbol. As a Christian, as a person of God, I don't like that. It's on every fucking thing, and I just, if someone did that like in front, I'd like slap them to tears. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Put your fucking hand out. The only time to do that is if you're at fucking some sort of fucking like Metallica fucking thing. Then you do it, and I'll just be like, okay, all right, I'll let this be.
So what are you talking
Don't put that
about?
on every fucking video like that.
He does
Huh?
it. Okay.
It does it
He
all the
does.
time. It's
Oh,
like a
okay.
fucking satanic symbol. It's just like it fucking makes me like want to fucking gag.
Oh yeah, there you
It's
go.
like,
Yeah, no, sad too. I can't watch the guy.
nah, it's just fucking, you know, it's just the fakest fucking dude. And
He's so fake.
we knew early on, sadly, that it was the fakest dude when he was breaking into the hobby, and we threw him a couple of bones. We sent a company his way that was sending us Batman stuff, like expensive Batman stuff. He's Batman statue collector. We sent a contact his way and sent him loads of stuff.
No,
And they took us, and he didn't even.
hold on. I sent him a whole box of stuff from my house. So it was actually, you know, the company sent it to me. They then like, you know, oh, you know, you can do some giveaways, do some promotions. And I said to Chris, I'm like, hey, you know what? Batman statue collector, I've got this box of t-shirts, it's tote bags, it's phone cases. It was all this like Funko Pop style things. It was like loads and loads of things. It was like good
Yeah,
$1,000 worth of stuff in there.
yeah,
And
definitely.
I said to him, look, you know, do you want to do something with this? Basically, do like a joint competition and give them away to your collectors, to your followers.
Subscribers.
You help your channel grow. And then he fucking
Yeah,
started selling them. He
yeah,
started basically selling all the stuff. And then when I like went to him and go, dude, what the fuck? He's like, it was on Patreon. And he's going,
yeah.
look, if you give me $50 on Patreon or $20 on Patreon, I'll give you one of these things. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? This is meant to be a competition. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I didn't get what it was. I said, read through all these messages. It's clear as fucking day. Oh, I'll just send it all back. And he's like, well, you've like given away half of it. And he sent it back, and I'm just like, what a piece of shit. And
You
then
knew
after
straight
that as
away.
well, he
Someone
knew
like that, you
exactly what he
know,
was doing.
not a piece of shit. Honestly, you know people like that. It's just like, you know,
And then what the other thing was as well was all the XM prototypes. all of the XM prototypes to me as well, and basically did not put any packing in any of them, so he knew they were broken.
Oh, he knew. He knew. He's the
And
nice
that,
guy thing is
you know,
bullshit. He's
when they turned up, the
yeah,
amount of space in the box, the lack of like foam in certain places, it's clear. You're going to pack it out with. That is the Beast Wars Transformers from the movie, I believe this is.
yeah.
Again, Prime 1. This is the fucking ludicrous Optimus Prime sort of weapon depot thing.
Crazy,
This
man.
piece, I literally, I mean, there's a few people saying, I can't wait for this guy pre-order, I can't wait. Dude, this is going to cost like, I don't even know. If that fucking Final Fantasy piece was 16 grand, this is going to be like,
It's going to be bad.
I don't know, it's going to be over 10 grand. It's got to be over 10 grand. And then on top of that, shipping,
this is massive, though. I've seen pictures of the scale, and it's absolutely massive.
There's a guy like squatting next to it, like putting something in there. It looks, I mean, it looks amazing. It looks really, really cool. But
amazing
for me, and I like so much detail, the sculptors there, so many things going on. But for me, it's just too much.
It's crazy, man. It's just like it's beyond. It's just like beyond.
It's too much.
I've lost you, mate. Have I lost you, Raoul? You're very glitchy, bro. On my end, I don't know if it's the live or what. But you're really glitchy on my bit, bro.
I don't even know what film is. There you go. Like that. Let me just move.
What is going on now? Then? He's down his screen. What is he doing?
Is that better or worse?
I don't know. It seemed like you jumped out of your chair because there was a spider or something. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
No, I said I'll just move my phone and see if it helps.
Yeah, let's like another 3 minutes and off 2 hours now. Let's just get this.
I know that with a fucking gun as well. Jesus Christ.
It's insane, man. So it's just such real estate.
Well, that comes to the end of that part anyway, so
it's probably best.
Poser's a bit boring. Only for people with deep pockets, unfortunately. It's an actual
deep pockets and big houses. Big fucking houses.
Well, the thing about this as well is like one of the Transformers films, I can't remember which one it was, totally fucking flopped in America and most of Europe. Totally flopped, lost was going to lose loads of money. They opened it in China and it fucking like done all the money. Like literally China saved it. And they realized then that that's where the market is. So there will be rich Chinese market for this. And there's a lot of new money over there as well. So yeah, they will sell. It might be an edition size of 50, but they're still, going to sell for fucking a lot of money. A lot of money, yeah. So once again, I mean, do check out FigShelf. Have a look on there. Go on there and basically sign up.
Even if it's just checking out my page, go look at my shit. See, that's just worth it. Just do that.
Your page ain't there yet. It's basically just to register interest, to be told when they go live. So basically, when they go live, they'll have a set of people there rather than having to build it up from there. They want to build it up first, kind of kickstart there. But definitely check out. It's something that
cool concept.
Again, we're only going to we're going to show stuff that we are kind of interested in. We've been offered to be sponsored by quite a few different things, and we have to turn them down because we don't really kind of believe in it. So this is something that does have potential and looks like it could lead on to something else. So yeah, quite excited to see where it goes with that.
Yeah, well, let's wish them luck
So
and jump on there and check it out. At least have a little run through it and have a look.
and once they're kind of getting everything running, we'll get them onto the chat and have a little run through things. So yeah, that's it. Another week done. Until next time.
That's it. What is it, next Wednesday? Yeah.
I'll see you next Tuesday.
Well,
Well, I just realised now that my internet, I've just put my phone on top of the playpen, and it does seem to be much better now, doesn't it?
yeah, much better now. It's
Damn.
probably just on the live feed. Sometimes it does that. You watch it back and it's clear. Sometimes it's when you're on it.
I just want to say Joker 2 was cack. Yeah, I don't have any expectation for that. I've literally got
the first one. I've said it quite openly. The first one's shit and all. If the second one is worse than the first one, I'm not interested.
I can see why people.
To be honest with you, it's another thing. You bring that bitch into it as well, like Gaga. She's another one. She's another absolute fucking narcissistic Satanist bitch. Like why anybody like she is? Like honest to God, she is. She's 100. I mean, she is 100% a fame. They're crazy over there, man. A lot of them guys. They're fucking. She's one of the nuttiest ones.
Yeah.
There's like pictures of her like with that woman. Like, she's nuts, man. So when it was all like announced with her, I mean, I watched that. You know, A Star Is Born. You know that. A Star is it? A Star?
Yeah, it's a remake of the
with Bradley Cooper in it. It's got Bradley Cooper in it. It's got Sam Elliott in it, and I love both of those guys, and they're great in it. But I can't fucking stand her. I don't like her at all. So I was a bit like, as soon as they announced her as Harley Quinn, I was like, yeah, fuck that. I ain't watching that.
It's James Brolin and Barbara Streisand or something in the original.
I think it might be, I don't know if it's Josh Brolin, but
James Brolin, I said.
Maybe it's James Brolin, yeah.
Josh Brolin's, yeah. The Crow art print behind Geo is by Chris Skinner, right?
Yes, it is. Oh, that's really hard to get that. Can't read all the time.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
There's two versions of that. There's like where it's all on fire, like the Devil's Night version.
Oh,
and there's the raining version. I like the raining version.
Yeah. I've actually got waiting to watch Alien Romulus. I've got that to watch. And I've just started to watch Chaos with Jeff Goldblum, and it's about all the Greek mythology.
Oh, cool!
It's a bit like a comedy kind of thing. So he's Zeus, and yeah, so like all of the gods. So there's kind of like the world is the kind of like all the gods are living around them, kind of thing. So it takes a few episodes to get into, but yeah, we're watching that at the moment. Some funny bits. Very cool. He has a nice one for Dark City and Last Ronin. Dark City is such an underrated movie. Okay. Chris Christopherson was the star. Is born with Streisand. Okay.
Yes, go on.
But yeah, Dark City. That's definitely a good movie if people ain't watched it. I have the Blade Runner 2049 art print by him as well. Yeah, there's
I have
some great
loads in the corner. I've got like about 8 in the corner of my room. I've got the Terminator one up. Is that one?
Yeah.
And I got the Crow one.
I run it on
the plane one over there. But that's
yeah.
But
I don't have enough wall. I don't have enough wall space for things as well.
Well, this don't have nothing on
probably do now.
Whole cabinet fucking stacked to shit.
Yeah.
It's got I put a By Beast in there. So I got By Beast in there, Gladiator Hulk in there, and the Maestro one, and then the 2 Hulks, and Doc Samson's hiding in the back.
That was listed on eBay as something weird.
Who?
I can't remember because Mary was like, "Oh, have you seen this blah 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 statue?" And I'm like, "Who?" And she told me, and I'm like, "No, there ain't a Bowen of that." She goes, "Yeah, it's here." I'm like, "No, there ain't one." And then I looked at it, and I was like, "That's By Beast. That's not." I can't remember, but they listed it as like someone else.
Yeah, Battle Beast, maybe.
I think they listed it as something Hulk. They listed it as like something Hulk. I can't remember what it is now, but yeah, no. I hope your wife gets better, Geo. Thanks for the show. Take care. Stay safe.
Thanks, man. God bless you.
Chaos could have been better. And I say that I might agree with you. Yeah, I mean, you can't take it too seriously, though. It's I'm only about halfway. Also, I have the Terminator one. Yeah, I'm about halfway. I need to finish off. I like Jeff Goldblum. He's quite funny. And we'll finish off there anyway. So, yeah. All right.
Man, thank
Thanks,
you all
everyone.
for tuning in. And we'll
Peace.
catch you next week.
Bye-bye.